Hey. Now, Norm, it's an amazing lineup. How excited have the crowds been? Have they been excited?
Yeah. They've been incredible. You know, every city we go to, this is what I see my duty.
Why do you talk like an old Civil War general? Why? We're gonna take that ridge, I tell you. We're gonna get on our horses, see, and go up that ridge. And we're gonna drive those Yankees all the way back to Boston.
I just think a comedy engine that powerful takes some time to rev up.
That's right, Eddie.
Tell us about those crowds you've been seeing, Norm.
Well, during the day, I hit the streets with a sandwich board and try to get people out. And I was in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah. Denver, sure.
And the guy says, "You're doing a show here." I said, "Yeah, where? The big auditorium." He goes, "How do you get to play the big auditorium?" I said, "I'll tell you, it's not just me. It's David Spade will be there, and Nick Swartzen too." Well, by God, the fella said, "From the Sandler movies, they're fantastic. I'd pay anything. It's just I don't have much money. I'm down on my luck." I says, "I can get you tickets. I can get you tickets, sir." He goes, "It'd be a dream of a lifetime." I said, "Well, if you think that's a dream, wait till you hear this. Adam Sandler will be there himself." "My God," the guy said, "I'll bring me and my wife too. Is that all right?" I said, "Sure. I'll get you 2 tickets." He says, "What time's the show?" I said, "It's at 8 o'clock. I said, "Also, Rob Schneider's there." He said, "8 o'clock's not good. That's when the news is on."
Let me just say, Norm.
Let me just say, I think it was a bathroom break in the middle of that joke.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office. The podiatrist's office says, "What's the problem?" And the moth says, "What's the problem? Where do I begin, man?" He goes, "I go to work for Gregory Linovich, and all day long I work." Honestly, Doc, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know. I wake up in a malaise, and I walk here and there. The podiatrist says, "Oh, yeah?" And the moth goes, "Yes." And he goes, "At night, I sometimes wake up and I turn to some old lady in my bed that's on my arm. A lady that I once loved, Doc." The doctor says, "Moth, man, you're troubled. But you should be seeing a psychiatrist. Why on earth did you come here?" And then the moth said, "Because the light was on." There was a little boy in school named Dirty Johnny. Now, he's not dirty in this joke, but he'd always be a hellion in class, and the teacher didn't think much of him. So the teacher has a project, or not a project, but an in-class thing. How did it go again? She says, "Now, this is what you're going to do here, class. I want you to stand up. I want you to stand up and tell the class a story from your life. And then afterwards say the moral to that story." So a girl puts up her hand. "Yes, Becky, what's your story?" So Becky stands up. She goes, "My dad works for the hatchery here in town. And what happens was he got about 15 eggs, and he put them all in one basket, all the same basket. So he put all his eggs in one basket. And he put it on the horse and buggy and drove back home. And by God, Becky says, the bouncing and all the eggs broke." "Well, that's a good story," the teacher says, "but what would the moral be to that?" Becky says, "Well, the moral is, don't put all your eggs into one basket." "Well, goddamn," says the teacher, "that's a good one." Anybody else? Marjorie puts up her hand. "Marjorie, what's your story?" She says, "Well, my dad worked for the hatchery, as all of us. Thank God for the hatchery." She says that we'd all be lost. But anyways, my dad knows that eggs become chickens. And so he was counting his chickens, and he added in the eggs, you see. And then he put them on a horse and buggy to go to town, and they all broke. "Well, what's the lesson to that?" the teacher says. She can't understand. And she says, "Well, don't count your chickens before they hatch out of an egg." So the teacher says, "That's a great one, too." Anybody else? Well, wouldn't you know, Dirty Johnny has his hand up. So the teacher's like, "Holy God, I don't want it." But on the other hand, I made an oath to every child, should I suppose I All right, Dirty Johnny, what do you have to say? Johnny stands up. Stories about my Uncle Terry. He never worked at the hatchery on account he was in Vietnam, and he got disability. He don't even like people who work at the hatchery. But the story happened far from these shores, in a little town called Da Nang. Terry was not well liked. His whole troop left him, abandoned. And he woke up in the weeds, and all they left him with was 3 bottles of Jack Daniels, some weapons. Terry stood up and downed 1 bottle right away. Said, if I'm going out, I'm going out. He took his Balishnikov and a couple of Glocks and his 2 bottles, and away he went. He found a town. And he didn't know if it was Charlie or if it was one he was sent to protect. But all he knew was he had hate in his gut. So he started firing. And he fired the Kalashnikov with an arcing kind of, like a farmer would with hay, with a scythe. And sure enough, the men fell like hay before him. And then the women, and by God, I'm ashamed to say it, but then the children. And finally, all was left was Uncle Terry standing in the mud and the blood and the glory. And he touched his pants, and it was wet, and he said he was ashamed. He felt shame, Uncle Terry, for he'd pissed himself. Well, he touched it again. It was not urine at all, but ejaculate. And Uncle Terry felt pride where shame once was. And the teacher's like, good Christ, what kind of a story is that? What the hell is the moral to that? Oh, well, he says, when Uncle Terry's been drinking, you don't fuck with him. Now, especially if you work at the hatchery. So listen, guys, this has been fun.
Please welcome Norm Macdonald, everybody. Hey, Norm. Yeah, they love you, Norm. They love you. They love you. No, you. All right, that's enough. That's enough. You're making Norm nervous now. He's getting nervous now. But it's great to see you. But I haven't seen you in such a long time.
Yeah, I know, man. I used to have it when you used to do the Drew Carey. What?
Give him a chance.
No, listen. Before you, there's a Craig. Craig used to be on a show called the Drew Carey Show.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And you did the show right next door. You had the Norm Macdonald show right next door.
And then I remember you were like, we had trailers, and I'd always be in my trailer. I like to go to my trailer and smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then you'd be in your trailer, and you'd be writing movies, and then directing movies, and then you'd be writing books.
Yeah. It was because I was trying to not smoke.
But people are waylaid by your laid-back image. They don't realize what a furnace of ambition you are.
Hey, that's true. I am. I zig when they zag. That's what it is. Yeah. Listen, it's good. You don't smoke anymore. You look like healthy. You
no, I quit smoking. Yeah, I read that on the side of the thing.
What did you say? It's dangerous?
It can kill you.
No.
Yeah, I realized like I was smoking all the time, and it's like you smoke and you don't even get high. And
well, you can't. They're not mutually exclusive. You can get high and smoke. It's not like you have to make a choice.
No, I'm saying the cigarettes do not.
Get you high.
Yeah.
Well, you can. There's a substance you can put in them though if you want.
Oh yeah, no, I don't do drugs or alcohol.
Neither do I.
You used to be. I thought you were alcoholic.
Gosh, Norm.
No, but that's cool because you're recovering.
Well, slowly, yeah. In fact, one of the heaviest nights I ever had drinking was at the Crazy Horse striptease in Adelaide in South Australia there.
I'll tell you about booze, though. I never drank. I drank 3 times in my life, and the second time I drank, I was like 17 and I was in a bar and I was drinking and then a guy handed me these pills and I ate them and I drank, you know?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then I blacked out.
This is going perfectly so far, yeah.
So then I woke up and this is only my second time drinking. I woke up and I was in a rehab. And what had happened is I had a guy that was an actual alcoholic like you.
Oh, yeah.
Befriended me when I was all crazy drunk, and we each checked into the rehab, and then they took my clothes, and they only gave me a robe.
For what night?
3 nights, I had to stay.
I had to drink for 15 years before I got that. You're a really fast learner. Well, do you think you stopped because you thought, oh, this stuff's dangerous for me then? I better not get involved in this.
Yeah, I don't like things where you take them and then you vomit. Like, you know what I mean?
wish I'd met you when I was younger, man. You're gonna talk me right out of it.
Well, like if I ate a ham sandwich and I threw up for 4 hours, I'd never eat a ham sandwich again.
You make a decent point. You should go around rehabs telling people this.
Yeah.
That's good. You look in shape, though, man. You used to be quite thin, but you look kind of like you've been working out and stuff. Have you been working out?
My abs, you mean?
Sure, yeah. Yeah. Have you been working out? Have you got one of them ab things? You know, like that?
Those like those crunches?
Yeah, like a crunch machine.
Well, mostly I work on my latissimus dorsi.
I don't speak the French, pal, so you're gonna have to take me through it.
They're the back muscles. You know where you go like this? Yeah, and then your back like wings come up.
Yeah. You're growing wings? You're working out so much you're growing wings?
Yeah, so I look like a griffin about to pounce.
Wow, you're scaring me, Norm. You used to be so mild-mannered. Now you're like a roided-up gym rat.
No, I've never worked out in my life.
Never once? I did it 3 times, but I blacked out and woke up in a rehab. With him? Will you tell him I said hi?
I will, absolutely.
I like that.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Do you still do Howard's show as well? Do you do
heroin? What?
Howard, you know Howard Stern.
Howard.
Oh, do you do heroin? Do you do heroin? Did you do heroin tonight? You don't do heroin.
I did the Howard Stern show.
Right, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, do you do... I didn't mean do you do Howard as in, you know what I mean? No, I mean...
Yeah, no, he's hard to do, you know, because he'll like hypnotize you. Have you done the show?
I did it once, yeah. I listened to the show, though. I'm a fan of Howard Stern.
Yeah,
I think
he's a great man.
Wow, he's very interesting.
But when he speaks to you, and also you're in a little close place, and you don't realize people are listening, and sometimes you say something quite revealing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What, like you do heroin, that kind of thing? Because that's going to make the websites tomorrow, Norm, I tell you.
No, I've never done drugs. I've always been, you know what saved me from everything? Oh, look, it's Jeffrey.
Yeah, Jeff Pearson right now.
Jazz hands.
All right, let's see him, man. Let's see the jazz hands. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's very disappointing appliance. Have you ever bought an appliance you thought was going to be thrilling and it's actually disappointing?
Oh, yeah, I bought a toaster.
Yeah, well, that's a very similar idea, yeah. In fact, a toaster's more useful.
Whoa!
Yeah, his head moves.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Do it again, move your head. Yeah, there you go. You want to get one of those.
Yeah, he's got the comic timing of a young Fred Allen. No, he's got the comic timing of a young Sid James.
Sid James? I love Sid James.
Yeah, that guy's hilarious.
Yeah, but well, not anymore.
Did you ever see Carry On Camping?
Yes, of course. I grew up on those movies. Well, of course, you're Canadian. You'll have seen those movies.
Yeah, I love all those movies.
Yeah, there were a lot of, they were like camp, kind of raunchy British comedies from the 50s and 60s, right?
Yeah.
Lots of people going, ooh, what's that? You know?
Yeah. Like a lady would walk in with 2 melons.
Yeah, she'd go like... Like Mike Myers did a bunch of that when he was doing the Austin Powers. He was doing a lot of, melon and fruit-related comedy, which I had seen in the Carry On.
But didn't you find the Carry On films as a child very arousing?
Yes. Yes. When you see attractive women walking around with melons, it's like walking around a Crazy Horse striptease saloon in Adelaide. Hey, listen, Norm, we're completely out of time. So let's do a awkward pause or mouth organ. What would you?
Oh, you got a mouth organ?
I got one for you, sailor. Sure. You, yeah. Can you play?
No, I can't play, but I can sing a Bob Dylan song.
All right, do it. Can you sing and have the organ in your mouth at the same time? Because that's a trick I've only seen done once before. It was a few years ago in Australia.
Wait, are you ready?
Yeah, the other side.
Wait, is it this side?
Yeah, the side with the holes. Yeah. Whoa.
What,
Slow down.
Oh.
You're going at it like you hate it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Norm Macdonald.
Death Squad?
I have had problems with them. Yeah. They tried to derail me years ago. Well, because I was in cahoots with Mencia, they thought.
Okay.
Oh, right.
So when the whole Carlos Mencia, Joe Rogan thing happened, they had me on tape. Right? Like, I didn't know that Joe Rogan was, I love Joe, he's a friend of mine. Yeah. Joe, if you're listening, we're good, right? But the thing is that I didn't know that he was taping me. So I said, yeah, Mencia steals. And then I also said that I sucked my cousin's dick.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
That's a sharp left.
Yeah, which I didn't know there was a camera on.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm not gay, but in high school I sucked my cousin's dick.
Yeah,
sure.
And then also on top of that, I said that Vietnamese people were jungle Asians, which I had to apologize to the Vietnamese people, and I apologized. That's what I said back then.
Do you mean he put this up on the internet or
then
something?
Then he put it on the internet. Death Squad did,
shit.
right? And all of a sudden now, right, my aunt, my cousin's mom calls me. He didn't suck your dick.
No, you sucked his dick.
Yeah, no, we sucked each other's dick. Yeah, and vice versa, right? I go, I didn't. He didn't. You know what I mean? And then my mom, that's my mom's sister, they didn't talk, and then she died.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She died, right?
Story.
See, so the last thing that, I heard from my aunt is you didn't suck each other's dick, and then a couple years later, my mom, they stopped talking, and then she died.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Famous last word.
Yeah, I love Death Squad.
Yeah. How many views did it get?
Millions.
Oh, see?
But then over the years, though, I made my way back into the group, and now we're all good.
So you opened for Mencia, which made you the enemy of the Death Squad.
Yeah. Because it's
like a Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah, it's just like it.
So the Death Squad.
I don't know what Bruce Lee movie.
They're comedians.
Yeah.
Well, don't you think Death Squad makes more sense than a Bruce Lee movie than a comedy club?
That's true. That's true.
I went to a comedy club, and then the next week the Death Squad were there. It's just odd. I don't know. I mean, I like it was a normal thing.
Are these street jokes?
No.
So you wrote them?
They're not. Someone wrote them.
No, I'll just read it then.
Yeah.
When you're single trying to attract a partner, it's important to project the qualities you desire, which I understand, but boy, oh boy, have I had to suck a lot of dick lately.
That's sort of like a Bobby Lee joke.
It is a lot like a Bobby Lee.
All right. What about this one? This is for you. Here's one for Bobby Lee.
I don't want to know no more dick sucking.
No, sir.
And then I also said that I sucked my cousin's dick.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
That's a sharp left.
Yeah, which I didn't know there was a camera on.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm not gay, but in high school I sucked my cousin's dick.
Yeah,
sure.
Boy, was it hot outside today. I went out to buy a California Pizza Kitchen signature, pepperoni frozen flatbread, and by the time I got home, it was perfectly cooked and entirely eaten. 100% true.
Oh, you ate it. See, I love these laughs. I love these laughs. It's just weird, right? Some of them are odd. I'm not going to lie to you.
This is a joke.
Well, some of them.
But this is a joke.
I think technically.
Like an observational joke?
What about this one? This is a short one. Fast
Okay. I signed up for my company's 401k.
401k?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
I fucked it up.
No.
Don't give me line reading.
I
give me a line reading.
I didn't know what 401k was, so I thought.
I mean, you give me a line reading and then you touch me. That's
Well, you're very
I know,
soft.
I know. I signed up for my company's 401k, but I don't think I can run that far.
It is a long way. Wait, I got to get one that's going to make Bobby happy. I don't like when he scowls after that. You ever hear of steampunk?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, there's a joke for you.
I wouldn't call myself a fan of steampunk, but I will say it's the healthiest way to prepare punk.
If I was grading constellations, well, this is a thing we get once in a while. We ask for letters from people that have problems, and it's actually called Dear Bobby. So this one says, Dear Bobby, I am in love with 2 boys and don't know which one to marry. First there's Andy. He's sort of blonde and sells insurance. Mama likes him, which helps a lot. He's very reliable and seems anxious to get married. Then there's Tony. He's dark and sort of gives me the creeps, but they're awfully nice creeps. I don't know which one I like best. In the daytime, I like Andy, but I believe I like Tony better at night. Which one do you think would make the best husband for me? Andy or Tony?
How long is this?
This show?
Yeah.
So how long has it run so far?
I have all day,
so far?
but I just kind of want to know how long it is.
It's over. But thanks, man. You were awesome. You were the best guest so far. The great Bobby.
No, I used to hang out with Norm Macdonald a lot. Me and Norm were really close.
I loved him.
And we used to go play tennis. And after we'd play tennis, we'd go into like the 7-Eleven. And we'd always do this thing where we go, okay, we're going to go in together. And each of us has to point at one item and make a joke about it. And it was really hard. Like people think making jokes as a comedian is easy, but it's not. But I'll never forget Norm did this. It's the only one I remember. But I pointed to, you remember those things, animal crackers?
Yeah.
And I pointed to the animal crackers, and Norm just goes, that horse cock didn't taste very good.
There's big news out there in the sporting world.
The big news is Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah, huge news.
And I don't like him, don't care for him, never did.
Really? You don't like Oscar Pistorius even before he... What are you doing?
I had something in my tooth.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't like him.
You're saying, I mean, a lot of people don't like him now that he murdered somebody, but before that, allegedly.
But also, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have problems with the murder.
Right.
But what I never liked him racing with them things that looked like something Wile E. Coyote would order. And
what?
Well, they
you
were.
had a problem with him racing with his
blades.
His blades. He was the Blade Runner.
Yes,
those
he was.
Teflon blades.
I did have a big problem with it because. I'll put it this way. Let's imagine you're a runner, with legs.
Yeah.
And then you go home, you go, oh, I lost, honey. Who'd you lose to? Guy with no legs.
Wait, you're saying that you didn't like that Oscar Pistorius raced against people with legs?
No, I don't. I feel that one of the basic requirements of being a sprinter is having legs. I feel that they should say, okay, listen, let's, here's the, hey, what about you? I don't think you can be on the team. Why not? Well, you're not a biped. You have no legs, so scram.
Okay.
Take your time as long as you want. But get the hell out of here.
No one's going with you on this. Nobody is with you on this at all.
Except the feller at home that's like, that son of a bitch I lost my race to that got no legs.
Are you saying he had an unfair advantage because he had these?
Well, of course. He had rocket ships.
They're not rocket ships.
Okay.
Andy, help me out here.
No, it's still him running.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, guys, I agree with you then. Oscar Pistorius is a scholar and a gentleman.
All right.
He's a murderer.
He turned it around on
Alleged murderer.
And that's the part you like.
Yeah, you said I'm okay with that part.
No, I'll tell you something, though, Conan.
Yeah?
We talk about, like, people with promise.
Yeah.
And Oscar Pistorius was a man, and he was a great man. But I'm put in mind of the people that that have promise that are unfulfilled. Mm-hmm. Like when I was young, there was a fella went by the name of Jacques de Gautier. And he was from Témiscamingue, Quebec. And Jacques de Gautier, he was a fella that really thought, and he was smart, he was our hope, I guess. And he was, while I was scrabbling to get out of high school, Jacques Zagatineau had already...
I think he just changed his last name.
Well, a man grows. this is the point.
Yeah.
Jacques de Gatineau, he went to McGill University and he got 3 degrees, by golly. And he went over across the pond to the fellers with Cambridge, and he even stood up to them. And we thought, boy, he's going to be the next. We had Jean Marchand, Gérald Tertier, Pierre Trudeau, the 3 wise men of Quebec. By God, Jacques de Gatineau was going to be the next.
Give me the next gun.
Yeah, but he vanished. And I met him, I started to do stand-up and travel from here to there and to here again. And one time I was in Niagara Falls, and by gosh, I went over to the Sea World there. You know how they have the Sea World? You know, with the different fish. You know.
I didn't know that, but okay. Yeah. Yes.
Beluga.
The Sea World. I've been there many a time.
Okay, so I was checking out the beluga whales and stuff, and I look over, and who do you think I see?
I hope it's that guy.
No, it was just an attendant, but he showed me to the place I wanted to see, which is where they feed the little baby dolphins, because I love dolphins, you know. And who do I see there but Jacques de Gatineau? And here he is, he's feeding the baby dolphins. And I go up to him and I go, Jacques de Gatineau, I feel shame for you. You were our hope. You were to go to Canada, Canada's nation's capital of Ottawa. And you were to be a great man, Jacques de Gatineau. And we were all, you know, we pinned all of Témiscamingue, Quebec, pinned our hopes on you. Now that's a hell of a burden for a man to have a town's hope pinned on them, isn't it, Conan?
It is a big burden.
So he was feeding these baby dolphins, you know, and I said, I'm ashamed of you, Jacques de Gatineau. You could have done so many great things. And he said, well, I think I'm serving a youthful porpoise. Now I believe that...
I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen.
You don't encourage that.
It's like...
That was a 40-minute story.
It's like somebody...
Youthful porpoise?
Youthful porpoise.
Yes.
Not porpoise.
I don't know. Good God.
I know. That was way out of line.
No, that was way out. Who are you to criticize Oscar Pistorius?
It's like somebody saying, I got to show you something. They take on a 4-mile hike to show you a dog turd. Look at it. Okay.
Well, there's your reel for CBS. We're getting this right to Les Moon.
Yeah. I gotta have him.
You want to see that every night, Les? This guy's got
more Quebecois humor.
I love you. I really do. You know that, right?
I know it, man. You're a great man. I've never said this, but you've done so many benefits for me for the gypsies. And
I get the word out about werewolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're done now, right?
I'm finished.
Yeah.
Good, man.
That's a can-do, Norm.
You came charging out like
Yeah, because people, look at this audience, man. They don't care about that. Why? I like jokes.
The Swedes are with you.
They got flags. They got flags.
Yeah, they got flags and they're scoring you. You've got 3 9s and an 8 so far.
Wow.
For your
Where
entrance.
are you guys from, man? Oh, sweet. That's Sweden?
Yeah.
God bless you, man. Everything's good about, you know, you're an Irishman. Me mother, she was orange. Me father, he was green. It was the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. I'm Scottish. I'm a Scot. You're Irish.
Yes.
What are you?
Swedish German.
Swedish German. Are you really?
Yeah, really. Why would I lie about that? It's not funny.
It's very odd, 'cause
It's a very strange lie. I put one over on those people. Yeah.
Swedish German.
No, I tell you why it's funny, man. Because I was in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
I met a good old boy down there, and he said, "Have you ever?" He said, "You know Andy Richter?"
Yeah. Yeah. He did.
Yeah.
You met a guy in Georgia, and he said, "You know Andy Richter?"
Oh yeah, you guys do well there.
Oh.
And he said, I said, "Yeah." He said, "Have you ever heard of Andy Richter joke?" I said, no. He said, well, most of it's based on him being Swedish German. And then he told me an Andy Richter joke. And
Really?
But I didn't know he was Swedish German. I thought it was all nonsense.
Yeah, well, now this lines up perfectly. Let me ask you something, because it sort of relates to the first...
Wait, don't you want to hear the joke?
No. All right. Oh, you're down to 6. You're down to 6. All right, this joke will get you back up.
You can get him back.
Let's hear the joke.
Well, the fellow says, he says, man, he says, you ever hear the time about the old prospector? That's how he talks, you know?
Yeah.
He says, man, there was an old prospector, and he was prospecting for gold, and he was having a hell of a time getting any gold. You know? It was an empty stake, I believe. And he said he'd come into town one day. He'd been in the mine for a good 8 months. He said, by God, he said, I'm only flesh and blood. Sure. Yeah. And I need a woman, you know. And so he goes into town. He goes up to the bartender. He says, bartender, he says, man, I've been in that mine for a hell of a long time, and I'm only flesh and blood. I need a woman. Well, the bartender says, hell, there ain't no women in this town. If you want to do any of that business, all we got is Andy Richter, the Swedish German. The prospector, he says, no, he says, hell, I ain't into that funny stuff, you know. He says, I'll be fine. So he goes back to his state, you know, and he's back in that mine, man, and 6 months passes, and a year passes, and Conan, you know, people are weak. Man is made of flesh and pride, as the scriptures tell us, and by God, that old prospector finally broke to his knees, and he said, I'm no worse than... Then he went back to the bar. He was a beaten man. He says to the bartender, he says, hell, man, I've been in that place 2.5 years. A man has needs, and if you say there's no women in this here town, he says, well, I'll have to go for Andy Richter, the Swedish German. But he says, listen now, he says, man, I'm a tough old hombre, you know, and I got friends now. He says, I don't want anybody to know about this. You know, this is back in the old days.
Sure, yeah.
He says,
I can tell by the accent, yeah.
He says, I got my cowpoke friends and so forth. I'd hate to hell anybody know about this, you know. This got to be all secret. Nobody. I say, nobody can know about this. Bartender says, well, 4 people will know about it. How do you figure that? He says, well, he says, I'll know about it. He says, you'll know about it. Andy Richter, the Swedish German, will know about it. And the fella that has to hold down Andy will know about it.
Why?
Why? Because Andy Richter, the Swedish German, he don't go for that funny business neither.
Well, at least you left me my dignity.
Yeah.
I like the way that story ended.
Yeah,
that was a nice...
You weren't gay.
Right. Yeah. Well, but that's not beside the point.
You were raped.
No, it's more.
Norm, you know, I didn't get a chance to talk to you before the show, and I'd like to find out how you're doing in your personal life. I know you're from Canada.
Yes.
And do you get back...
Rural Canada, deep rural Canada.
And do you get back there much and see the old gang, the old chums?
God, yeah. You know, I grew up, we didn't know the things that you do in the city.
City folks, yeah.
I remember when my dad, when I was young, he took me the first time we ever went to the city. And we saw an elevator, and by God, my dad didn't know what it was, and I didn't know what it was. And we see the doors, it was just magic doors to us. That's what my dad called it. The doors open, and a big, fat, old, ugly woman in a wheelchair got in. And then the doors closed. And then the doors open again, and a beautiful blonde walks out. And my dad says, quick, go get your mother. Now, that guy was listen. He was a dirty dog, but he was a good man.
He's a good man,
Yeah.
You ever see any of the old chums up there in Canada? Well, did you ever go up to the old rural areas of Canada?
I met a man there last time I was there that lived in the city of Cornwall, where Ryan Gosling hails. And well, it's a big city because of that now.
Yeah.
And so
big deal. Yeah.
So, anyways. He was from the city, and he got tired of the rat race, racing and chasing and trying to keep up with the
Jones it.
He got tired of the city life.
Yeah, so
he couldn't take it anymore.
He said, I'm going to get myself land. Land. Man needs land. So he went to the country where we live. And the soil's not arable, it's rocky, hellish. But anyways, he liked it.
Yeah.
And so the first day there, the neighbor fella, Angus McGregor, comes over. I know Angus a long time. And Angus, old fella, he says, what's your name? The guy says, Phil Henshaw. He said, you're from the city, I hear. Yes. He says, well, I just come over to say hello. God, the city fella says, isn't that something? All the years I was in the city, I never met my neighbor. I lived in an apartment and I never met my neighbor. First day here on the farm, and here you are saying hello. Well, I'm saying more than hello, says Angus McGregor. I'm going to invite you to a welcome wagon party over at my farm. Well, the city fella says, that's exactly what I was looking for. I guess I was looking for a sense of community as well as owning land.
Yeah.
So he says, what's the party going to be like? So Angus McGregor says, well, I won't lie to you, it gets pretty rowdy, a little drinking, a little fighting, a little fornicating. So the guy says, well, that's all right with me. What time do I show up? Angus says, it don't matter, just the two of us. Now...
Right. Norm Macdonald. Very nice. How are you?
No, I had to come back to show the respect, man, because like I started Saturday Night Live the same year you started this show.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, and I remember watching. We'd all watch and go, I don't think it's going to work.
It's not going to work.
And, but then it worked, and it was great, and we're all really proud. And so that's great. And also, it's stunning how Jay Leno outfoxed you again.
Yeah, he's good.
I know. You think, like, everybody's like, oh, I'm Jay Leno. They do the voice and everything. Meanwhile, he's the shrewdest guy. He outfoxed. You're in good company. He outfoxed Johnny Carson, David Letterman. Every 10 years, some redheaded rube shows up.
I'm like some clown off the bus with cardboard suit. Gee golly, this is going to be great.
Yeah, you can have it after me. You go, hey, thanks, Jay. So that's the phone call you got.
Yeah, yeah.
Your agent's like, there's good news and bad news. You are doing the Tonight Show, it's true. But remember that discussion where we had where you said, I'll never have to follow Leno again?
Yeah. It's so nice to have you back, Norm. It's so very nice to have you back. And you bring joy to so many people. And you know what? I'll tell you something, Norm. These are tough times. People need to laugh now because, man, it's the economy. Since I last saw you, the whole economy is tanked.
I watch the news, and I don't understand a lot. Some people think I do. Because I used to do, like, the pretend news. So they'll think I know. But I don't.
Like, really? You get confused about stuff?
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah.
So, but when I'll watch like TV or something, they'll say like the deficit, and then I go, I've heard that word.
You don't know what the deficit is?
No, do you?
Not really.
But then sometimes I'll hear a word, so it'll be like the Great Depression. One time that's what I heard. I was watching the news, and it said there might be an upcoming Great Depression. So that one kind of resonated with me.
Yeah, sure. It would. That grabs you. Yeah.
Sure, because I've heard of that. I remember, I've read books, and it's not. I'm bragging. I've read a book.
Yeah, yeah.
I read books on the Great Depression, and they seem cool. But I would like to. It would be fun to go. I don't even like my wife anyway, and I don't got no money. I'll just get a stick and a pouch and head out.
No one does that anymore. No one ties a rag to a stick anymore. And what are you going to do?
You're gonna find a partner is what you're gonna do pretty quick if you value your life.
Really? You're gonna get...
You see, people, it's all gonna be different once the Great Depression, because my dad used to tell me about the Great Depression. Like, if I had money to invest in right now, you know what I would invest in? Guys jumping off the top of buildings. You think that's not gonna happen, but soon that's gonna be very big. And then those guys won't be powerful anymore because most of them will be dead and the rest severely crippled. And so the powerful guys will be the old hobos.
The hobos from olden times?
From the original Depression.
Oh, okay. Those guys are still around?
Some of them never gave up the life.
Okay.
And they use that stick for more than carrying a pouch on, I'll tell you that.
I don't even know what that means.
What that means is they'll drive your head, they'll, like an overripe cantaloupe it looks like.
What?
Until...
the hell is that?
They'll club you to death for a sandwich.
Oh, my God. Well, thanks for spelling it out for me.
All right.
So you're afraid of these hobos?
Well, of course I am.
You really think these old hobos from the Depression, you think there's any one of them left?
Yeah, there's Kitchener Leslie.
What?
He's an old hobo that's waiting and wait for his time. You'll know all about it. You just wait. Hey.
You will literally say anything. It doesn't matter to you, does it?
I thought we were here to, as well as to say a lovely goodbye to you for getting a promotion. Is to say...
you have a big project to talk about.
I have a big project.
Let's tell us what this project is. This is exciting.
Are you familiar with Sully Sullenberg?
The captain
you know
who landed the plane on the Hudson. Everybody knows Captain Sully Sullenberg.
Everybody now knows who he is. I've known him for quite a long time.
You knew him before this whole thing happened?
I knew him 10 years ago.
You knew Sully Sullenberg, the captain who landed the plane on the Hudson, that long?
Yes.
10 years?
Yes. And I, as soon as I first met him, I thought there's something special about this guy, and I bought his story.
You kidding? That's fantastic. That's great.
Yeah, I met him in, where'd I meet him? Airport. I met him, it was a Sbarro's.
Uh-huh. That adds up, yeah.
And he was getting pizzas, he was getting pepperoni, but anyway, whatever. So,
and I heard you made a movie.
I made a movie.
This is going to be a huge movie. You have the movie of Captain Sully Sullenberg.
Yeah, I could break it here, I guess.
This is great. This is huge.
Well, you want to see a clip?
Yeah, I want to see a clip, and this must have exciting footage.
Well, well...
This story, the end of this story is incredible when the engines go out and...
The movie's been in the can for 6 months.
You made a movie about Captain Sully Sullenberg, and you finished it before he even crashed the plane on the Hudson, landed
Yeah, and it's too bad, man, because I was struggling for an ending for a long time. It's called Sully Sullenberg. Sully Sullenberger.
You clearly spent 10 years you've known this man? You forgot the at the end of his name?
I call him by a nickname, whatever. It's called Sully Sullenberger, Airport Pilot. But anyways, I brought a clip.
Oh, let's take a look at the clip.
Oh, can I say something?
Yeah, yeah.
I play Sully.
You play Sully in the movie? We have to see this now. Unbelievably, this was shot before the incident that made him famous, but let's take a look.
On behalf of U.S. Airline, we know you have a lot of choices to make, and...
Good crowd, but you're Norm Macdonald. You know, you get that everywhere.
This is an exciting day here at 30 Rock. You know, the Rosie O'Donnell show premiered today, and I was in its tapes at the same floor as Saturday Night Live on 8H. They had flowers sent. There was the whole... It's unbelievable. You know, people must love her. There's flowers all along the entire 8H.
Right.
All flowers. They're sent by, like, there's one from Madonna, one from Elizabeth Taylor, Regis and Kathy Lee. Never seen so many flowers. I didn't even realize you could eat flowers. I didn't even know that. But no.
Hiya, Rosie. I'll be your pal.
No, she's
Mighty neighborly of you,
Yeah.
Norm.
no, she's
Nice
great.
of you to eat all those flowers.
No,
Norm.
she's great. The show is great. You know.
You're screwed now. How's it going? It's summertime now, so you got a break from that whole nutty news thing that you do.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I love coming on this show. I get to do the news stories that I wouldn't be able to do. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And,
Really? That's
yeah.
the nice thing about this show. It's like
Yeah.
you could just do them to a mirror, but what fun would that
That
be?
wouldn't be much
You come
fun.
here and you can do your stuff.
Yeah, I got other things I like doing in front of the mirror. That's gross.
I don't know
No.
what they're thinking.
No.
You didn't mean it that way, of course.
No. So, but one big news story: Twister is the big what do you call it? Movie. Yeah. Twister's the big movie, and I got some news. Apparently now they're thinking about Oscars for the movie.
Yeah.
They're thinking of Best Actor for The Wind. Before the show, you said that stunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were right.
I did. They showed me a sheet of some stuff Norm might talk about. We all know these are completely spontaneous. And I picked that one out. I circled it and said, that ain't going to work. I know this crowd.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm your friend. I'm looking out for you. But you got other ones that I thought were terrific.
Yeah, I didn't like them that much. But there was one I just thought of.
Oh,
I was just
really?
reading the paper backstage. Dr. Kevorkian, did you read this? He killed his 29th person just today. And let me tell you something, and I want to tell America, this guy is not a good doctor. I mean, people should start, it's crazy. You know, I have killed less people than that. I'm not even a doctor. You know?
Yeah. No, I get. Well, how is life? I know. Besides thinking of these news story things and stuff like that, you know, you having a good time. You able to relax over the summer? Have a good time?
Am I able to have a good time? My cat just had a heart attack.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he had a heart. You ever hear such a crazy thing?
No, I didn't know they got things like that.
Yeah, they get heart attacks. So I got it off Steve Corrin, this writer up at
Sure,
Saturday
I
Night
know
Live.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, so he gives me his cat.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out it's some kind of a defective cat, you know? So he's a nice cat and everything. I'm getting along with him. I come back to my apartment last week. The cat's like foaming at the mouth. He's shaking like this. He's foam coming out. So I didn't want to get near it. I thought maybe he'd, you know, who knows? He was delirious. Maybe he'd think I'm a mouse. So I said, I didn't want to get near him. So I phoned 911. You know, I panicked. I phoned 911.
Right.
Which it turns out it's just for people. I didn't know that.
Didn't know either.
They got mad, man. They said they would have me arrested if I phoned back.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, you know, I love this cat. It's a good cat. So I took him down. I got him in a cab, and I took him down to the hospital, the animal hospital.
Uh-huh.
And the guy tells me my cat had a heart attack. He takes him away. He says, oh, yeah, he had cardiac arrest and stuff. And he started asking me questions about, like, he says, I said, what would cause that? He goes, you know, diet, stress.
Stress?
Yeah. Well, he had a big promotion coming up. So, and then he let me visit the cat. He says, you can visit the cat, you know. There's visiting hours. I go, all right. So you go in this room, and then they bring the cat in a cage. He's all drugged up. And then they put the cat, like, on a bed. And then the guy goes, okay, we'll be back in a half an hour. You have half an hour, you know? So I'm with the cat, like, for half an hour. So after 5 minutes, you know, I figured, I got a life to get back to. You know, it's a cat. So we go out, and so afterwards he told me he had a lot of, he said he could have an operation, which was like $4,000, which, you know, I could buy like 100 cats for that, you know? But then I figured, what the hell would I do with 100 cats?
Right. So you got the cat. You sprung for the operation.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
No, there was another thing where he's on medication, you know, and I have him on medication. I have this medication, and he said there was some good news and bad news. He said the bad news was the cat only has like a 20% chance of survival, but he says the good news is it's just a cat.
He's a bad doctor. He's a bad doctor, too. Can you hang on 1 second?
Yeah.
We're going to take a break, folks. We'll be back with more Norm Macdonald. But first, this message from Coca-Cola. After a long day of carrying the Olympic torch, nothing relieves your thirst like an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Right, Oldie Olson? Hey, everybody, we're back. Here with Norm Macdonald, and you were talking about going to the in the last segment. I understand you actually had to visit yourself.
Yeah,
the hospital.
I went, what happened was on the show, on the Saturday Night Live show.
Yeah, that show. Yeah, I know that show.
I was on that, and Dennis Rodman was a guest.
Dennis Rodman, right.
And so we thought it'd be funny if he headbutted me, you know? So he headbutted me, but he did it really hard, you know?
Do we have a, I think actually someone supplied the clip. This is, you're not...
Yeah, that really...
You hear that dull thud of like skull on skull.
Yeah,
it really...
Yeah, and I don't have like a strong head. I haven't been working it out lately.
Really?
But he has like an athlete's head, you know? But no, beforehand he said, like, I said, hey, don't hit me with your head, or no, you know, don't really hit me. And he goes, no, Al. He goes, he had this thing where he was going to put his thumbs, and as soon as he touched my thumbs, I go back, and then he got all excited and headbutted me. So, like,
so did you feel him like pull the thumbs back, and then real head was coming at you?
And so I like blacked out for like a minute, and then the next day I had this huge headache, so I thought I was going to die, you know? And so I went to the hospital. I went to I don't want to say the hospital, but I went to this hospital and to emergency, you know, and they're all like, they're the craziest guys in emergency, all like crack. Everybody's on crack, you know? Every emergency is a guy on crack.
Yeah.
So I went in and they go like, hey, how much crack did you have, you know? And I go, I'm not on crack. And they go, what happened? I go, Dennis Rodman headbutted me. On the TV. He headbutted me on the TV. So they go, yeah. Right.
How much crack,
Yeah.
So what happened? Anything wrong?
Yeah, I don't know, man. They said, like, you can't tell. They said, like, the only way you can tell is if later on, if you go to sleep and you don't wake up. Yeah.
That's why you didn't mention the name of the hospital.
Yeah, I don't want to mention it. I didn't know this, too. If you go to emergency, you got to pay. They keep sending me bills, like all kinds of bills.
You thought it was free, that you could just go there and...
Yeah, I'm from Canada. It's all free there.
Oh, okay. Now, you know, I guess I've known you for, I don't know, for a little while now, and you've come on the show a bunch of times, and we've gotten, you know, and I was kind of surprised because someone told me that Norm Macdonald, has gotten kind of, you know, superstitious, and I thought, that's odd, because I don't think of you as that kind of person.
I never was. I was always a doubting Thomas. I couldn't think of the name. I was always a doubting, I was going to say Fred for some reason. I was always a doubting Thomas, you know. I was always, nah, that stuff, that's not true, that's a load of stuff, you know. So, but then I had this thing, you wouldn't believe it, you know. It opened my eyes, it made a believer out of me. What happened was I had a dream, and it was like the number 7 in my dream, a giant number 7. Wow. It was the most vivid dream I ever had. So I wake up from the dream, right?
I'm with you.
Yeah. So I wake up from the dream, from this number 7. I look over at my clock, 7 o'clock, right?
Wow.
So I get up. It's not that coincidental.
No, I'm just sort of going along with you. Yeah.
So then I go out and I decide, hey, why don't I take a cab, you know? So I get in the cab, and it's cab number 7, I notice, when I'm in the cab. Now I'm starting to get a little freaked out, you know? And so I say, hey, take me to the track. I enjoy playing the ponies, you know what
Sure,
I mean?
I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
I like going down there, Cohen. I like visiting my money. So,
you crack me up.
My uncle used to say that. So I go to the track, you know, and I say, okay, what do I owe you there, fella? He says, $7.77.
Oh.
I said, good Lord. I said, I thought it was like 40 cents anyways. So I go, here you go. I pay him, you know. I gave him like $8, you know.
Right.
So I walk through, like, I walk through gate 7, you know. Went up to ticket window number 7 there at the horse place, you know. And I look up, they have the form there, you know, the racing form shows you all the races. So I look and I see in the 7th race, there's a horse called Lucky 7. And he pays 77 to 1, you know? No. So I say, to hell with this. I say, I'm going to pull out all my money. I pull out all my money. I had like $700.
Wow.
Pull it out.
I said, put this on lucky 7th and a 7th, you know? I go watch the race. Damn if he didn't come in 7th.
That's incredible. What an amazing story. Well,
you get older, or you're sort of searching or something? What was it?
I don't know. I just have an intuition that there's a God. When I say God, I don't mean like a force or something. I mean an actual personage. I just have this intuition that there is one. Like I've always had it, and I've always had this deep intuition. Without, I have no evidence or anything, and I don't really like everything I've read from religious tracts or stuff. All seem like insane to me. So I haven't really found one, but although I will say this: of all the religions, I like Judaism and I like Christianity. Maybe that's the way I was brought up, but I do notice. I was thinking about the other day, like there are some people that believe that like man is divine, like kind of a hippie idea that we're all like beautiful creatures. So anyways, I can't believe that because I know my own heart and I know that's not true. And then like other people believe like we're wretched, like the cynics, you know, or the atheists or whatever would believe that we're all just wretched, like nothingness, you know, we're just animals, just creatures. So I can't believe that. That doesn't make any sense, you know, that we're just beasts. So I will say that Christianity has this interesting compromise where we're both divine and wretched, and then there's this middleman, you see, that's the Savior, that through him we can become divine, but we're born wretched. And so it's a very fascinating idea. I kind of like that one because it sort of makes sense. It's the other two are both seem equally untrue. One, that we're all divine and interconnected with nature, just seems like nonsense to me. The other, that we're beasts of the field, seems like nonsense to me. So I kind of like that Christian idea, but I'm not. I don't belong to any church or anything.
Yeah, you don't look. So you believe there's a guy in the sky?
Yes.
But how does that? How can you even imagine such a thing?
That there's a man in the sky, invisible man in the sky?
Yeah. Where is he?
Well, we can't see him. I guess it would be. I mean, you know, how could a fish possibly imagine a person?
Maybe they do.
Maybe they do, but maybe they'd be mocked by other fish if they ever brought it up. You know, because if they've never seen it, there's a difference between. I cannot believe that. I believe in souls. I believe that man has a soul. I actually believe that man has a body. I believe that man is a soul, and it just makes complete, like, finite sense to me because I meet people, and they're not reflective of their body. You can see an old, withered man who has a bright soul. So their soul is not aging with their body. What makes them. There's obviously a difference between a dead person and an alive person, but an old person and a young person are identical. So that's why I believe that people are souls and not bodies, and that the bodies that we have are no more than garments, really.
That's not just their brain, their thoughts.
Their soul?
Yeah.
No, I believe the brain and the thoughts are like physiological. I think people get mixed up that your brain is a physical thing and your mind is a physical thing. So those physical things, your mind, for instance, your mind can't conceive of inconceivable things. It's beyond its capacity because it's just a mind. All it knows how to do is think. So then how can you conceive of something in a very, very real way that doesn't exist, I think it's impossible. I don't think there are atheists, personally, is my opinion. I don't believe there's any such thing.
Meaning what?
Meaning that I don't think there's any such thing. And when I hear atheists talk, all they talk about is God. It's very hard to talk about something that doesn't exist and be fascinated with it. It seems impossible to me personally. Now they might be much deeper than me and be able to imagine unimaginable things, but I don't think that you can imagine something. I think that's the arrogance of man, that he thinks he can imagine unimaginable things. Personally.
But I think atheists are only talking about God because that's the culture we grow up in. For me, I don't identify as an atheist, but I think it's just not a factor in my life. I can't conceive of a God, but you know, if there's one, there's one, and there's nothing we can do about it, and we'll find out in due time, I guess. So it's just an absence of belief. It's not theism, it's atheism. And it's only a reaction to everyone, you know.
It's reaction. All it is reactionary.
Yeah. So.
But the problem with it is this: with atheists, I have heard, is they're usually, as with most, you know, people that like to argue, they're usually missing the entire point of everything. So, because this is a very important question, and then they end up talking about priests fucking kids or something, or, you know, they talk about the Crusades or some ridiculous nonsense that has nothing to do with the question. So as soon as I hear them talk about that, I go, okay, well, you're a fucking idiot. Why should I listen to anything you say? Further than that, if we were to go to even deeper level than that, if everything was created by accident, then that means that you and I were also created by accident. And that means that Richard Dawkins was created by accident. So why the fuck should I listen to him? Like why would an accident be able to convey to me how he became an accident through a series of accidents? That makes no sense to me.
So, see, now we're getting funny. How about this, though? If God created the universe, he also created the cannibals that are in the news today. He created what created wars and all the badness in the world, too. So how do you explain that?
Well, I don't explain it. I mean...
Why would he?
Why not? I mean, you know what I mean? It's the atheists believe in the fairy tale because they're saying, how could God be mean? Why the fuck can't he be mean? You know, why can't he allow races to be turned to ash? Why not? What the fuck is it matter? It's the atheists that live in the fairy tale saying God should do this, God should do that. You know, you read the Bible, it says rain falls on the wicked and the just. He doesn't give a fuck.
The Bible now.
Well, the Bible, I mean, that's the only one I know, you know.
Yeah. Well, so somebody wrote the Bible. I don't know. That's, have you studied or read philosophy?
Somebody wrote philosophies too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just saying somebody wrote atheistic tracts too.
My wife went into a coma.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
And the doctor said to me, you won't hear this from any 1935 comic. He says to me, there's one way to wake her up, but it's a little unconventional. You go in there and you have oral sex with her. I said, by God. He says, I've seen it work. I said, well, I'm willing to try. So I go in there, I'm in there about 5 minutes, and I come out. I said, Doc, she's choking.
It's David Spade giving himself a hand.
It sort of was.
Would he walk?
But I think maybe he just did that Rodney Dangerfield thing.
But I mean, did he walk rooms or did they like him?
Oh, walk rooms. Oh, fucking Larry Lingo over here. Let's break it down for the audience.
Oh, yeah. Explain to the folks what walk rooms means.
They've already turned the channel.
Remember when you sucked off that guy?
Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, behind Okie Dog? That was to make cash.
He sucked off a guy behind this place called Okie Dog.
Oh, yeah, I know Okie Dog.
Oh, you know him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, how did you get on Star Search? I think Twitter was just out for a while. It was something stupid. Anyway, the long story short was, it was a girl. I took a picture in front of this picture of a Victoria's Secret's girl. And it was like her whole face, like on a wall. And then I had a penny right here. And I took a picture. I go, look at this hot, gorgeous penny. Ha ha, hilarious, LOLs across the board. And then the girl in the picture writes me and says, that was funny, I like that. Not right away, but like maybe 8 seconds later. I hit her back up. Oh, you know, nothing like, show me that. You know what I mean? Like, you know how guys are like, maybe I showed me
Well, what does the
my
angry guy
cartwheel
say?
emoticon.
What does the angry guy say?
Show me that. We weren't anywhere.
Yeah, we went on a break.
Oh, yeah, we were in a break.
Why the fuck are we talking at all? We should sit dead silent.
I like to talk. We like to talk to you.
Yeah, but tell the story.
Is he joking?
You were catfished. That's what we were talking about. Because we knew you'd been
This
catfished.
is the most shabbily run operation. I know you're going to cut your shitty jokes out. I'm over here dying on a vine. All my good stuff is during the commercial.
No, tell your story. Tell your story.
Who's the cutest guy?
Have you ever paid for straight sex?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, indirectly. A lot of hybrid hookers out there.
What's that mean?
You go on a date and then you fool around, and then 2 days later, like, hey, I need a new radiator. You know, like.
Oh, you know what? After the break, we're going to do jokes. It'll be the perfect time for you to do a joke. I was just going to tell you a quick story, though.
Oh, you got yours in.
When you were, you know what I have? Supermarket flyer smarts. You know where I got them? From reading a lot of supermarket flyers.
That can't be one of the jokes, is it?
Jesus.
Dude.
Did you ever think?
I smell a mass firing. Is this going to go down as a test show?
No.
You better fucking air it.
Have you ever been with a girl that had an abortion?
Sir. Sir. This guy goes in and they go, hey, 10th one's free. Hit his card.
Oh, boy. 2 strangers were arrested for having sex on a plane. How about that, huh? You know who I feel sorry for? The guy in the middle seat. Well, here's actually a joke about Donald Sterling.
Okay. All the charities that Donald Sterling donated millions of dollars to are giving the money back to him. Well, that'll show him. It's not bad.
He's young, but his cock doesn't work. Good spade. A man in Chippewa.
Did you help me, like, with that one? A man in Chippewa allowed a hyena to eat his penis after being told by a witch doctor it would help him become rich. Is it me, or does it sound like that hyena and witch doctor were in cahoots? Porn?
Oh, yeah.
Because the guy is like a hot 18-year-old, and then you got like an older like cougar, and then the chick's doing it, and the guy's all excited, and then he goes, "Get out, I'll show you right this cock." And he's like, "No," and he's trying to, like, and he's pulling the other one back by her foot, and she's like, "Give like 300 up front," and then this one's like, "Yeah, you like that shit? Not bad for 57. He's like, 50s? You're a fucking cougar, I thought. Let's talk to the union about putting some parameters on this fucking word cougar. Jesus, you old hag. Get this. He's always darting back to the fake daughter going, she's like, I can't move her. She's too sturdy. She's like, oh, this is how you do it, sissy. It's disgusting.
Both formerly of Saturday Night Live with us. David Spade is in Los Angeles. Norm Macdonald is here in New York. And now...
Hello, Norm.
Say hello to him.
Hi, David. David and I apparently are having some kind of feud. He left this message on my machine.
So what is this,
What is
David?
that? I
Did you
don't
not
know.
want to appear with him tonight?
Norm,
Come on, David. Tell us.
I wouldn't pay $300 to have my hair blow dry to be treated like this. No, your hair is great.
Do you feel, David, that the star spotlight has been taken away by you, by McDonald tonight?
No, I don't mind. It should be.
Oh, you...
Norm's my buddy. Norm's one of the best guys out there. I've been watching this whole show, laughing my head off. I don't think Larry knows that Norm's a little kooky. And he's got some funny stuff to say.
What do you make of that? He's accusing you of not having all the marbles.
Good Lord.
Not
having all the marbles? I'll tell you something about marbles. I haven't seen a kid play marbles for years. China Syndrome is a great rental.
He's doing my column now. Okay.
Of all the colors, blue is my favorite.
Stop that.
Where's John Stamos?
When do you two go to work together? Why don't you do a movie together?
We'd love to. We've been trying to for a long time, right, Dave?
Yeah. Norm's one of the few super funny guys out there that I'm trying to keep up with. He's a blast, and whatever show gets him next will be in great shape.
Well, David, do you think he's going to do a weekend update on the new Howard Stern show?
It seemed like that's what you told him. So.
It seems like that to me. I don't know why he's in some sort of denial over this.
Norm's a little tricky, but he's in demand, so I think they'll have him if he wants to do it.
Maybe Meet the Press will ask you to do it, and he'll come back then.
Meet the Press would be great. Tim Russert, right?
Yeah, you and Tim.
Me and Tim would be a great...
Load of laughs.
You guys lost me.
He doesn't know who Tim Russert is.
Nothing about Tim Russert.
He only knows supermodels.
I get blank stares.
Yeah,
Hey, listen, Larry, you live next to me in Beverly Hills now. You knew Clampett. You're right next to me.
Clampett.
I just heard you're going to come by
Don't give the address.
We're going to I know where you are. You're by Nate and Al's. My house has a water wiggle out front, and you're going to have to come by and hang out with me.
What is that?
What's a water wiggle?
That's his thing for a supermodel.
What an idiot. You're going to be part of Neighborhood Watch with me, and you're going to hold up your end. I don't care if you're out of town a lot.
Where do you live, Norm?
I live in New York City.
Here, the Gotham.
Yeah, the Big Apple.
But I've seen you in L.A.
Yeah,
I
interesting.
saw you with Chris Farley in New York.
Yeah, I
in
Los Angeles, me and Chris Farley.
Yeah, his story doesn't check out, does it, Larry?
No, so you
It's got some holes in it.
I live in Los Angeles.
Good observations, Steve.
I'm by...
Coastal.
Get it out,
By
Norm.
Coastal, yeah. By
Coastal.
No, what are you doing,
No, I'm
Dave?
kidding. I'm
We've had
kidding.
lots of admissions here tonight. Do you ever miss Saturday Night Live? Both the same question for both of you. David.
I miss hanging out with Norm and some other people there, but I don't miss how hard it was. It was a good 6-year run for me. It was fun.
But you don't miss doing the show?
I miss it in pieces. I'd like to host it, but right now, to do it every week, I'm too old now.
Norm?
I've only been gone like 1 week.
But you, unlike David, you were fired.
Yeah.
So distance is quicker to have. Do you miss it? All right, did you miss it last Saturday night? Did you watch it? You're stumbling.
I tell you something. I don't. Where I live, I don't get Saturday Night Live.
You know what, Larry? They show.
I watch Saturday Night Live, but I don't get it.
Norm was at home with.
Stop stepping on the joke.
I don't know. I can't.
Me and Larry are doing a little vaudeville here.
I'm 2 minutes behind you on a tape delay.
David, what were you going to say?
I just heard the Siamese twins thing. No, I was saying that Norm sits home and there's just montage music, and you hear "The road is long." And he's watching 6 TVs in his house.
I used to, when I did the show, I'd always take off right after updates so I could watch the rest of the show at home. You know.
Really?
Yeah, because, you know, they want you to stay till the end so you can wave, because everybody waves.
You're not a waver.
Well, it's odd because sometimes the show sucked. And then at the end of the show, you're out waving like a jackass.
But Norm, sometimes at the first 3 years I was never on, and I had to count that as a sketch.
David, thanks very much. Norm, thanks very much.
Thanks, Larry.
I want to thank
Thank you,
Larry
guys.
King for hosting this earlier.
Yeah, Larry
Very
was
good.
great.
Thanks for joining us. See you Monday night.
No, I was just thinking, you know, because they have that Viagra thing out.
Yeah.
And the other day, you know, Bob Dole came right out and said...
He was one of the first.
Yeah. And, you know, you don't want to hear about Bob Dole's cock, you know? I mean, President Clinton's cock, Bob Dole's cock, what the hell? But mostly, an old man like that, an old man, you don't want him to have a super hard cock. You know what I mean?
Why?
Why? Because an old man, you want him to be, got a pipe going, a newspaper, the dog at his feet there.
Well, that in some corners is considered pipe.
Oh. But now they're going to have to create some goddamn pill that makes women aroused at the sight of a fucking 70-year-old dude with a super hard cock. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. This is Viagra. It's insane. And you know what it's for? Impotent people. All right, it's for impotent guys. So get this. I read this. The pill can make your cock hard for 4 hours.
Right.
So now, who has the 4-hour hard cock? The impotent guy. The rest of us are fucked. Me and you got our regular cocks. Meanwhile, fucking Spade is, you know.
Refer to Spade.
Oh, man. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it coming.
Dude, I know you didn't. He brought it all around and then a vicious rip kick into his best friend's gut.
Once there's too much cock talk, I try to just zone out for a minute until it goes back. the other way.
If there's too much cock talk, this guy has fevered nightmares all night. Dreams, I mean, like sweaty, fevered dreams from the cock talk that's been all over his head.
Why bury me twice? He's killing me.
No, he's a good man.
That erased it. All right.
No, he's a good man.
Who cares?
After all that, that's the whiteout he puts on.
Yeah, I know, it's awful.
After he talks about you doing chin-ups on cock for 18 minutes. No, he's a good guy.
If you're gay, he's a completely straight guy. He gets a lot of ladies. You know that about him with the ladies.
Don't say ladies.
Women, girls.
Okay, thank you. Ladies, what are we, fucking on an FM station here?
He's Don Cornelius.
But these gay guys, man, I was reading, you know about
These gay guys.
I haven't even said hi yet. All right, tell me what it is with these gay guys.
I know, I'm already.
I just read this thing about the Michael, George
You're reading
Michael.
a lot, aren't you?
Yeah, I got a little time off. Now I read the newspaper. And this really strikes me about the gay community. I don't know if they're a community, but
called West Hollywood.
Yeah, they're gay, and it's, you know, George Michaels. He hangs around the bathroom. He has sex with multiple guys. This is
no way. You got to get it right. Hangs around the bathroom, and it was described as a lewd behavior, but I don't remember sex with numerous guys.
Well,
is that what you took away from it?
What does he do?
What were you, in the next stall?
I could have been just having a nice bathroom regular thing.
I don't know what lewd behavior is, but I don't know that he was in there with numerous guys. But anyway, go ahead. We get the gist of it.
This is definitely a gay thing, like, because this is a pop superstar. You know what I mean? You're not going to walk into a bathroom and all of a sudden Farrah Fawcett's like, ah, you know? You're not going to...
What? I love it.
What I'm saying is, why would a famous...
What was she doing? Was there some sort of cervical belt sander thing, or what was that? Oh, Christ, what are you, Linda Blair?
They do. That's what they do. Right?
That's what ladies that I know do.
Good to know that primetime exposure is paying dividends there.
But I think that's what it is. It's that the gay, that's why they have separate bathrooms. Let's face it. If they had women and, you know, women, as you call them, I call them ladies. If you had them in the same bathroom, like you go in the bathroom to do your business, see a man about a dog there, you know, and you're in the bathroom. You're in the bathroom. All of a sudden, a beautiful lady comes out. Oh, here's my vagina and breasts. You're going to be hanging out at that bathroom a lot. So I don't blame anybody for anything.
Can you believe Olmeyer didn't get him?
We're all the same, man.
Have you ever met Olmeyer since then?
Don Olmeyer I met once, yeah, after he fired me.
Yeah.
Then I went and visited him in his office, which it wasn't an office I've never seen. It was like a wet bar and a bunch of weird sports trophies. He's a big sports guy, you know.
Yeah.
So he explained it to me what happened, but he did it all with sports stuff, you know. Like he said, man, you see, you're the number 3 hitter, but now you're going to be number 8. And then later on, Ken Griffey will show up. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. And then I said, well, Christ, man, what the hell am I supposed to do? And he goes, I don't know, just walk it off, you know. And
I'll put it in sports terms why you got fired. You were fucking with OJ too much. That's exactly why you were fired, man.
Well, I don't know.
That's his buddy.
Yeah, it's his buddy.
Yeah, well, that's why you got canned.
OJ's a good guy. I mean, he's not...
We got to end on that, Normie, but there's what they'll remember you by. OJ's a good guy.
Man,
Thanks for coming on. Norm Macdonald, David Spade, stick around.
You know, on your last show, I came out as a deeply closeted gay man.
Yeah.
And I'm not gay. But David, on one time, this is a true story, and David, you'll attest to this, bought me a beautiful leather jacket.
Oh, that's right.
Well out of my price range. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm no one to take charity.
You're doing like a Mark Twain one-man show. All alone in the back. What do we got? I'm not one to take charity.
I'm saying I sucked him off.
Surprise ending.
You're making me out to be Hal Holbrook over here.
It's amazing how, like, some of your friends, like, you know, seriously, like those guys who came out of Saturday Night Live, like Sandler, you, Chris Rock,
There's a lot of guys who sort of all of a sudden are like real big
Everyone's
players.
doing pretty well,
Norm
yeah.
got his own TV show.
Norm's doing well. What?
What?
Do you hang out with Norm, or is it impossible?
It's pretty impossible because he's crazy.
He is.
In L.A., I call him and he goes, I go, what happened last week? I called you to go on. You called me? And I go, yeah. On my phone? I go, yeah. And he goes, oh, yeah, I got that. I go, you didn't call me back? No.
And he's serious.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And yeah, I know. Like, I have him on the
I
show.
love him, though. He's the funniest guy around. I think you need to be kind of crazy to be really funny.
He is very funny. I love him, too. And he has a gambling problem, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was telling us how
secret,
he was all excited that he had $80,000. He won $80,000 in Vegas, but he had lost like $100,000 on basketball.
Right, and that's on nickel slots. That's how serious he is.
Did you always know he had a gambling problem?
Mm-hmm.
You did. When did you know that? At Saturday Night Live?
I first knew he had a pee in a bottle problem.
Right.
Remember that? You always talk about
Yeah, it's
that.
great.
And then I
Does
knew...
he still save his urine? Do you know?
I don't know. He used to put it in Ziploc baggies, sign it, and send it to fans.
Is that true?
No.
Oh.
But he did. He would take, after Saturday Night Live, they give you a car, a limousine, if you want to go to the party, and he would take it to Atlantic City.
Really?
He's a hard ass. He's hardcore, dude.
I know he'll even get
into
into fistfights.
And then he'll stay at a table for hours and hours.
What do you think of that?
I feel lucky.
And then you don't even know if he's married or single. It's never really clear.
I don't know, but I know girls like him. He's when you're something's that wrong, they pick up on it and like it.
They like the tragedy of that.
Fixer upper, yeah.
Right.
I can say for sure is this, that it works this way with women. If there's one dude who beds a Kardashian and a Paris Hilton, he'll then get to, and a Lindsay Lohan, he'll get to mow through other Hollywood hot chicks.
Like David Spade is that guy.
Yeah, David Spade is that guy.
And I would say he's more, because Warren Beatty was always the gold standard, but Spade doesn't have the looks of Warren Beatty.
He's the aw shucks rapist.
Rapist?
Well, I don't know why you brought up rapist.
My Lord.
No, what
God.
I'm saying is Spade has quietly mowed through the entire bevy of blondes in this town, but he does it in a sort of unassuming way.
Yeah, Spade is an interesting character because he's outside of Hollywood. He makes fun of it, and yet he's deeply inside of Hollywood.
Balls deep, a lot.
Yeah,
many would argue.
No, but he'll be on red carpets, and I went out with him one time. He's like, "Let's go to a bar." We go to a fucking bar, and then people let us in, which is horrible. Like past everybody.
Right.
You go, let those guys in.
Yeah, there goes Spade and his bodyguards. His haggard bodyguard.
He's haggard, is right. So
you and David Spade
that you like it.
are walking into a bar.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was saying that?
Yeah.
So we go into the bar, so it's packed with people, and I don't like a lot of people around. And then you get a little fucking plastic drink, and you drink it, and then Spade goes, "Let's get out of here." And I'm like, "What?" And I don't even want to be there, and you're an inch from somebody's face, and so then we go to another bar. He does the exact same thing.
Right.
Let's get out of here. So he just goes places and exits.
But I think there's a power. I think there's a certain power in leaving.
Yeah, I guess there is.
Yeah.
But with women, he plays the long game. Like he's always texting them. He doesn't bed them the night he meets them. Like a year later.
Right.
But he's got so many on his.
Fucks them in the bathroom. Yeah, but not on a bed. Never on a bed.
Wait, no.
I hear what you're saying.
I'm
reading between the lines.
I can't talk about Dave. Now it's going to sound like I'm saying that about David.
No. What he does is he quietly, here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm saying. If you had a list of the famous coxmen of the town with the Warren Beattys of the world and the Wilt Chamberlains and stuff like that, somewhere in the 13th spot would be David Spade.
Absolutely.
And everyone would go, how do you get on this list? A cute little blonde guy?
I'd put him way farther up than that. Way farther up. I'd put him maybe number one.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
In terms of sheer numbers.
Quietly goes about his business.
Yes, he does. And
until we start talking about it.
I know, we shouldn't. But he's very self-deprecating about it. But he also, he knows everything that a young girl knows. Like that beautiful 20-year-old. He can talk to them about keeping up with the Kardashians and whatever the hell.
Right.
And then, if I try to talk to a young girl, I go, "You ever watch Matlock?" It wouldn't work. But he has the same exact interest that they do.
Yeah.
So it really works. Hunter.
Did you?
Because I think
you're going to make him sad.
Because I think it was tragic at the time, but I think I don't know. People call him and then they're shocked.
Oh, hey, you wouldn't believe it. Who got killed? The crocodile hunter.
Please don't make me laugh at this.
They were like, he was 44 years old. I'm like, that's a ripe old age for a crocodile hunter.
That's not...
And you know who had to be pissed about it were the crocodiles, because he got killed by some fruity fish. And so you know the crocodiles were like, hey man, that crocodile hunter got killed. Who did it, Frank? Nah, you don't even want to know, man.
And from Saturday Night Live, Mr. Norm Macdonald is with us. So let's get on with the headlines here. We've met everybody. Lowry, let me bring this up to you. Definitely the biggest piece of news in the world this week is this headline right here. Take a look.
Yes,
She's Madonna now. It's about Madonna having a baby, which to me, with all the sex she's had, law of averages, I would think. So why do people care about
this?
this?
The amazing thing, of course, is that she actually had the baby herself. Surely a woman with that degree of wealth would pay somebody else to look fat for 9 months. I mean, she's had to hide away, hasn't she, for her entire pregnancy, because, you know, most women, their ankles swell a little. This woman's neck swelled. I mean, you know, she looked horrendous. According to there's been much talk, obviously, about the naming of the baby, Lourdes, and the Vatican are not terribly happy about that.
Did the Vatican actually have a response? Did the Pope come out and go, she did what?
I think she should be congratulated on. Madonna should be congratulated on choosing this name, because here's a woman who's spent her entire life, basically, throwing open the door to her boudoir to any sexual pilgrim who happens to be passing. And so she calls her daughter.
You know what? For all the talk of that, I don't know one guy who's done her. You know? For all the talk of, oh, Madonna has everybody, me and my friends are sitting around going, hey.
But the sad fact is...
Where's our turn at the deli counter?
The sad fact is the one guy who has done her, as he so sublimely put it, he's been told that she's not interested in him anymore. So this guy has got to live with the fact that he's given birth to perhaps the most famous baby in the current times, in the past few years.
Our savior.
Well, precisely. Everybody knows that.
That's what happens to every man after his wife has a baby. This is no exception.
I think we've taken a turn for the bitter.
Well, I think most women, after they've had babies, are less interested in their husbands for a while because they're tired, you know, they're worn out.
Well, plus they've had like a 6-pound thing go through the birth canal.
All right, well, let's move on, shall we? Before this really degrades. Joe, this seems to make perfect sense. Here's the next headline. Handguns outlawed. Now, this is in Britain. They've outlawed handguns. Why can't we ban guns in this country? What's our problem?
Guns are part of folklore, you know.
Folklore?
Yeah, I mean, people have always thought, you know, the founding of the West and everything, and all the lunatics in America really believe that if you have a gun, you can defend yourself against the government if the government comes. So I don't think...
But hoop skirts are a part of folklore, and we don't wear those anymore.
You make a good point.
Norm, would you ban guns if you...
No, not in a million years. I got a gun. I own a gun.
All right.
That's a bit worrying, don't you think?
Well, guns, you got to have
gun.
guns on account of, what if another character has a gun, you don't have a gun?
Now, that's an interesting point.
Guns really are horrible, and they should be banned in all countries. You shouldn't have one.
Oh, I would love it if I was the only guy to have one, to tell you the truth.
Looks like Norm would be getting a lot of free lunches with that one.
You see, it's called the right to bear arms, isn't it? Isn't that supposedly
the constitutional
precept of the right to bear arms? But actually, it's the right to kill people. I mean, it's so simple. That's what a gun does.
I think you're just bitter because our right that we had got us our country. I mean, let's face facts. If we didn't have guns 220 years ago, you guys would still be taxing the tea. But we had a couple of, you know, we had a couple of rifles. We marched down. You guys wanted to walk in single file. I don't know why you did that, but you did. And
if we hadn't taught you how to use the guns in the first place, then you wouldn't have been able to.
Oh yeah, like Geronimo didn't teach us how to shoot straighter than Lord Cornwallis. All right. Felix, we got some more headlines going here. Have you had one of these in England? Million Man March in England. Are there a million black guys in England to have a march? Or do they have like 100,000?
I think actually there's about 5 of us.
Oh my God.
Things are pretty depleted right now, what with me being over here. The way it was perceived, certainly by the majority of people in Britain, was actually a little bit distorted, because I think there was this notion that it was some kind of anti-Semitic initiative, and that Farrakhan is viewed in that way. Now, I don't know enough about what he's been saying recently.
No, I think he loves Jews. I've seen him. In fact, the other day he had a bagel with a schmear. The guy loves the Jews.
Now, I think it's stupid for minority groups, Jews and blacks, to like not get on because, hey, we all know about persecution.
I stayed indoors that day. You know, I just try to stay out of the way when these seminal events occur that can't do me any good. See, I'm Irish American, and the great thing about being Irish is that you can claim to be a minority, but you still control the police department. So you don't have to worry about anything.
Let's go. Finally, Norm, this looks like the election has finally got exciting as Bob Dole got dirty. Gloves are off. What took Bob Dole so long to get nasty in the campaign?
It took him a long time to get his gloves off because of his one arm that doesn't work. It was like, oh, can you help me with my glove? It's coming off here. Very well.
I feel shame and yet delight.
That man lost that arm at the Battle of Anzio fighting the Nazis, and you make fun of him like that.
No, I love Dole. I'll vote for Dole. He's the best man, you know.
Norm, I hate to say this, and I know this to bring this up, but I don't think Canadians can vote in our elections. We appreciate your support and your enthusiasm.
I'll tell you, I can't vote in the election, but I can pay the huge taxes to Clinton.
Yeah, it's a beautiful country. All right. Do you believe Dole has gotten nasty too late? Have you seen Dole get nasty?
This man is not capable of getting nasty. From the perspective of all the way across the Atlantic, you know, he just appears to be this doddery old guy who falls off the edge of stages occasionally. And that is largely what we're seeing.
You see, Dole has got a bad image problem in Britain, really, because Dole means unemployment benefit in Britain.
Yes.
So it's like, hey, I'm going to really sort the economy out. My name's Mr. Unemployment Benefit. You know? Doesn't compute.
I think Dole didn't go on the attack as much as he could have because there's scandal after scandal after scandal with this Clinton character, you know. Yeah. And I was reading one this morning. They said Clinton apparently back when he was governor of Arkansas, you know, back then, he got real drunk one night and apparently had sex with Hillary.
Well, let's see what all this negative stuff is about. They say Dole has gone negative. And in Britain, apparently, a picture of Tony Blair with red eyes caused a major controversy. But in America, viewers have been exposed to $450 million worth of political ads, 90% of which are negative. So are we just mean people? You know, why are we being shown these things? Let's take a look at some.
Dole voted to raise payroll taxes, Social Security taxes, the 90 income tax increase, $900 billion in higher taxes. And look closely at his risky tax scheme. He'd actually raised taxes on 9 million working families. Bob Dole. 35 years in Washington, 35 years of higher taxes.
We send them off to school, and we worry. Teenage drug use has doubled since 1992. And Bill Clinton, he cut the White House drug office 83%. His own Surgeon General even considered legalizing drugs. And in front of our children on MTV, the president himself.
If you had to do over again, would you inhale?
Sure, if I could. I tried before.
Bill Clinton, he just doesn't get it. But we do.
They say American people hate negative advertising, but yet it's shown to work. So what's the...
I can't believe people think that that's particularly negative.
That's not negative.
When Andrew Jackson was president in the 1830s, they said that he was a bigamist. They said that he'd murdered a minister. That he went to his deathbed convinced that the critics had killed his wife because of these accusations. We don't have anything like this. Grover Cleveland was accused of having an illegitimate child, which he had. Warren Harding was accused of having a mistress. You know, there were all kinds of accusations, which he had. But there were all kinds of horrible accusations about guys. And then they've got this kind of stuff, which is where Bill Clinton once said that he almost inhaled marijuana. I mean, I don't. This whole story.
You think we've actually gotten kinder, that we're not nearly as negative as we used to be?
I just think these commercials just suck.
Right.
And that's the issue, is that the commercials just suck.
So would you like to see what, like singing raisins for the government commercials? What do you need?
I'd like to see really nasty. I'd like to see ads where they said, Clinton, you know, this is the motel, this is the desk clerk. He paid $27.95. Here's the receipt. Here are the sheets. You know, that'd be negative. You know.
Do they do negative now? This. What was it, Tony Blair? What was it?
Yeah, these were ridiculous. All they did is they sort of cut out, he got a picture of him, cut out his eyes, and then put somebody else's eyes, they're coloured red, upside down. I mean, you know, it was a joke. What I would like to see is a bit more...
But there was an outcry, am I right? There was an outcry against negative advertising. So will negative advertising never come Britain's way?
We already have negative advertising, but obviously it is more muted. But simply that's because there isn't the money in Britain to engage in the vast amounts of advertising that you have here. But we also happen to have much better advertising for other products. Our ads are far better than yours. I mean,
our products are far better than yours. No. You know, like we've got cars.
It's got a point. What would you rather have? A song about a car or a car? You know, I think we've really been able to foster some understanding here. I expect to fire on Yorktown any minute now.
I think
You're
what's
whinging
happening-
again.
The thing that's happening that we are sort of catching from America, which is rather worrying, is that we're starting to do these fake documentary type ads for politicians, and they're all very, the violins are playing, and that, I think, is about the worst kind of political affairs, because you basically you want to throw up as soon as you see it.
What would you rather see for your party political broadcast? Would you rather see a guy come on and go, we don't know what we're doing?
I like that ad where they go, hey, check out this guy's eyes. Look at them.
Yeah, but you see, if you're in an environment, which is the case in Britain, where political analysis or acute questioning of politicians takes place a lot by journalists, where, for example, even the Prime Minister can go into a television studio and be really grilled seriously about what he's done. And sometimes to the point where it happened a couple of weeks ago, a politician was so badly grilled by a journalist that he rang up the BBC saying, what the bloody hell is going on? How dare they speak to me in this way? If you've got that kind of rigorous political examination of what's going on, the advertisements become irrelevant.
We don't have intelligent journalists like that. We have people named Koki. You know, we have, like, the President of the United States comes in and gets interviewed by somebody named Koki. And Koki asks really hard questions. Then, you know, no politician in America would submit to intense grilling because we don't have any journalists who do that. We have,
you don't think Sam Donaldson is a relatively intense journalist as far as politicians are concerned?
Not by English standards, no. Those guys are really tough. Everybody over here is a cream puff compared to them.
Right.
They are.
While Americans are pessimistic about politicians improving their lives, they're very optimistic about books, audio tapes, and videos improving their lives. Yes, the self-help movement is alive and well, with many Americans believing, I could do anything if I only knew what it was. We asked Lori Pike to go and talk to some losers who buy this kind of thing.
How do you create an extraordinary quality of life today?
All right, let's see what we got here. Handbook of coping, that'll be useful. Panic no more. Nasty people, how to stop being hurt by them without becoming one of them. I'll try. Don't blame mother. Listen up, girlfriend. Lessons on life from the Queen of Advice. I am right, you are wrong. Definitely take that one. The Anger Workbook. I'll start with lesson 1. With all these books, are we really coping with our problems, though, or are we just thinking up new ones?
Well, I have a collection at home myself, and that seems to be the only kind of reading I do these days. My feeling is so strongly that while you have oxygen in you, that the whole point of being on planet Earth, why we all really burn to get here and to incarnate into these families that are so troublesome, is to work things out.
I bought the book because I feel like there's something in my life that has been holding me back success-wise in my career. I'm an actor, and it's helped me a lot, actually. I just finished shooting a film, and I just booked a commercial just now.
People collectively again are saying, you know what, I am entitled to a healthier, more fulfilling life. I am entitled to love. I want to have a career. I mean, look at this section here on ethical business and right livelihood. I am entitled to love my work. I am entitled to have friends that I adore.
Did you Think and Grow Rich after you read Think and Grow Rich?
Absolutely.
You did?
Absolutely. I created my company 4 years ago right after I read Think and Grow Rich. So I bought a self-help book to help myself. It works.
Personally, when I see people reading self-help books, I'm always a bit suspicious of them, especially the ones that say get rich quick and how to, like, enter your inner self in 5 minutes.
Earth is an anagram for heart, E-A-R-T-H, and heart being H-E-A-R-T. Everyone on Earth is working on their heart chakra center. What is the #1 killer? Heart disease.
I like to see more of self-help.
I'd like to see more security in the bookstores. That's what I'd like to say.
I really think that 30% of the people in any society are jerks. And you just want to try to keep that potential down, that number down. 30% of the people...
30%.
Obviously, Nazi Germany had a higher percentage.
Right.
But 30% of the people in any society are jerks. And as long as it doesn't go above 30%, that's okay. So people reading these books are jerks. So don't worry about it. If it gets up to like 50, 60%...
So these books are not helpful. They're not making us
So
happy.
they don't have any effect on really cool people like us, you know, who have our lives steadily
So
together.
that means like one of us is probably a jerk.
Although these books are starting to sell in Britain now, the one about women are from Venus, men are from Mars is doing very well.
Which, by the way, is not true.
think these self-help books are very, very American, because if you read our advice, most of our agony aunts, they're very sort of like, oh, dumping me was obviously no good for you and go and find yourself another man. Whereas if you read these books, it's all like, well, what happened in your childhood and what kind of personality are you? You know, this is all useless information.
Nobody wants to take responsibility, you know? It's always like, hey, my dad, anally raped me or something, you know? I mean, who of us haven't been anally raped by their fathers? I mean, really.
Yeah, you should get over it, shouldn't you?
American self-help books are all about getting rich, and because English people have such lower expectations, like you don't have books like How to Get Rich in a Year. It's like How to Get 5 quid ahead by Thursday. You know, how to win 7 pounds in the lottery.
It's actually
how to save 40 pence on that next sandwich.
You see, actually, in Britain, the notion of self-help, it's not like, hey, all this stuff about finding your inner self and all that. It's things like, hey, you know, I really want to learn to make really good mayonnaise or something, or
it's pragmatic. You're saying you're pragmatic.
Or grow nice turnips, or great big cucumbers. You know, something that's useful. You see, there's a whole notion that. Well,
do you think it's the context of the society, in that we've had it so easy here in America that we've had a chance to become this self-involved? Whereas, let's say, for instance, Britain, or for instance, Japan, where they had an atomic bomb dropped on their heads. If you have an atomic bomb dropped on your head, it's hard after that to go, well, I'm afraid to love. You know.
I was surprised to see on the film that there were men buying these books, because certainly in Britain you'd never get a guy buying any of those books.
In England, you're encouraged to be emotional about very little, or to express emotions about very little. One of the things you can be emotional about is sport, occasionally, football particularly, or animals. You know, you can get excited or emotionally in touch with that.
Right.
Perhaps I said the wrong thing when I said excited with animals. I didn't mean that. But you can get emotional about them.
No,
I mean,
about
you
animals.
could be talking to yourself in the street and, like, going to the toilet in your trousers and, you know, kind of totally insane. And everyone goes, oh, well, yeah, High Court judge, you know, fine, you know. But if you're sort of even mildly thinking about going to therapy, oh, well, you're a nutter. You're a complete nutter. So there's a strange imbalance. There's almost like a prejudice against it.
Because self-help, in essence, you wouldn't need a book, would you?
I'll tell you a good self-help book.
Yeah?
Holy Bible.
Worked for me.
Norm, I know you. I know you've never seen the Bible.
I've seen the Bible. Those hotel rooms you can
See, that's an interesting point, though. If you're not in therapy and you're not taking drugs, where are you going to go to ease your pain? Perhaps the church. Unlike in Britain, religion in America, big business and growing. So if you need a few tips, here's how the church is aggressively wooing new customers.
World Reach. It's about preaching the gospel. It's about producing television specials. It's about providing hope through Operation Blessing. But mostly, World Reach is about Jesus.
Father, in the precious holy name of Jesus, we pray right now that your power will come into the lives of people who are watching this program.
All it takes is just 65 cents a day, $20 a month, because Jesus is the answer.
Touch their bodies, heal them in Jesus' name. Restore that skin to normal.
In the name of Jesus, receive an answer to your prayer. Terry, do you have something?
You've suffered for a long time from a ringing in your ears that's very annoying, and God is releasing that for you right now.
Seeing what appeared to be a golden opportunity to share the gospel with a fairly captive audience, Pastor Perry Harrison started using the church's loudspeaker to expose the students to Christian music.
The Lord right now is setting you free from that terrible pressure in your head.
In America, we're spoiled. And we have everything in abundance. But here, they don't have anything. And the most we can give them is hope in Jesus.
Now, if you prayed with me, that's the most important prayer you ever prayed. I want you to do something about it. I want you to call us, tell us you prayed. For those who contribute, we have something called Jesus is the Answer. And we also believe in the Great Pumpkin and the Tooth Fairy.
Well. Norm.
Yeah.
In the United States, is religion big boom in business now? Are we just a pure and moral people? Is that the situation here in America?
I don't know. You know, like you always hear people saying they're Christians.
Yeah.
And then they don't read the Bible. It's insane.
Well, now they say 90% of people have a Bible.
Have a Bible, but you figure you read it. You know, like, I mean, they get the Bible, and it's supposed to be the Word of God, and they go, yeah, I'm going to get to that. I'm reading this Grisham thing first, now I'll get to the God thing after. You know, God, he wrote a book too.
Is religion in decline in Britain? Is it, because here it's obviously booming?
I can't tell you how stunned I am by the fact that you even have that on your TV.
What do you mean? Jesus is a competitive business in this country. You got to have a band and a good choir, or people don't show. It's not enough to, you know, cure pleurisy. You got to have good music in there.
Is it just Go on.
Go.
Go on.
You see, this is English. You see, no, go ahead.
It's
go
so
ahead,
polite,
go
I'm moving
ahead,
on.
go ahead.
I'll tell you what I think about religion in this country.
Please, Joe. Settle it.
This is the only thing that embarrasses me about America. I think America is just so great. So when like French people say, but you have guns and you kill people, figure, well, who cares? So what? We didn't collaborate with the Nazis. And, you know, so you've got all these things that you know, people would criticize America for, you know, violent movies, things like that. And I think that they're just fine. But the religion thing really is embarrassing because, you know, you see this guy, this Huckleberry here, this Pat Robertson, and the guy ran for president. I mean, he's an idiot. He's a buffoon. He's a village idiot. And he's on television every night. He's got his own cable channel. So, you know, it is embarrassing. But the most interesting thing about religion in America is that nobody who goes around America really thinks that Americans are religious people. You know, like spiritual people.
Wasn't there a guy called Jerry Falwell or something here who was
still a guy called Jerry Falwell.
Yeah, who was going on about he's still 70-foot Jesuses or something? Is that what he said?
Good drugs in Virginia.
I mean, and people were saying, oh yeah, you know, you saw a 70-foot Jesus, yeah, I'll buy.
But in all fairness, you got to figure Jesus is a pretty tall guy.
But what sort of car would he drive? Do you think he would have a limo?
That's a good point.
But in other
70
countries,
feet's not that big.
In other countries, once a virgin or a saint appears, then they set up a temple, they set up some kind of grotto, you have big lines, you have people lined up waiting to get in. I was in Lourdes a couple years ago, and there were 16 guys in Cleveland Indians shirts waiting to be cured. I figured you guys are going to wait a long time because the virgin's, you know, she's backed up. She's still got, you know, she's got the San Diego Padres guys to take care of her. But in America, that would never happen. Someone would say the Blessed Virgin Mary appeared in a you know, she appeared at an internet site maybe, and people might believe that. But if somebody said she appeared here in a forest, you wouldn't get a pilgrimage there. You wouldn't get people believing it. And the reason is people don't really believe in God.
If you go to Britain, you certainly wouldn't get politicians saying, and God bless Britain. Because the population would just laugh. And yet you have God bless America. And they say it with feeling. And you're all supposed to say it with feeling.
We actually wrote a song about it.
To be working.
Getting back to the point. How is the Church of England going to stop the decline of people who have stopped going to church and stopped believing?
What the Church of England, I think, is going to have to do maybe is to put television screens up for the football results and the lottery, and maybe pinball machines and
maybe more entertaining
and
for
a bar
people
in the corner or something. Yeah, I mean, you see, because the Church of England's got this strange position. I mean, it's very integrated with the class system, and it's one of those institutions that historically has been very highly respected. But in recent years, all of those institutions have been diminished in terms of the way people look at them. The judiciary, the monarchy, and...
It's about to go down. We're here to stay and run this down. Bring in the heat, bring in the energy. We're the queens of the festival, can't you see? We're the queens of the festival, here to rule the stage. Dropping beats and make your body engage. From sunrise to sunset, we're taking it all. We're the festival queens standing tall. Ooh, yeah, ooh. From dawn till dusk, we command the crowd's gaze. Every beat, every rhyme sets our souls ablaze. With swagger and style, we own this domain. In the realm of music, we reign supreme, no chain. Feel the rhythm pulsating through your veins. Our verses ignite, fire never wane. With each lyric we spit, each move we make, we carve our legacy, leaving jaws to quake. We're the queens of the festival, here to rule the stage. Dropping beats and make your body engage. From sunrise to sunset, we're taking it all. We're the festival queens standing tall. Ooh, I get it, ooh. No crown needed, our ours, the crown jewel in the kingdom of sound. We never play the fool with beats as our scepters and rhymes as our decree. We're the sovereigns of rhythm for all to see. So bow down to the queens as we own the night. In the kingdom of music, we're the guiding light. From the first note to the last, we'll always be the festival queens, forever wild and free.
The Church of England itself. So the Church of England is really on a downward slope, and I don't know how it's going to be corrected. Basically, because all of these institutions, they've been...
Would it matter? Would it matter to the quality of life over there if it went away?
They've lost the mythology.
Let's say it went away.
The only way that I think that it would increase in popularity is to take a leaf out of the book of all those sort of wacko, alternative, crystal, new age rubbish.
You know, for a long time in the church, in most Christian churches, Catholic, Protestant, whatever, the principal influence was, of course, Jesus Christ, because he was crucified. If you go into a church today in America, the principal influence is the carpenters. I mean, Karen Carpenter.
Right,
is that all you hear is every single person who lost their job playing the piano at the bar at the Marriott last week now does the religious service in your church. And there's this real strong musical element in all of these churches. I mean, you go in there and they're playing like the average white band type songs, but with these like religious lyrics. And there's this whole early 70s feel to religious churches, which is why I feel that churches must be eliminated immediately.
And
I mean,
overnight.
You just got to get rid of the music. The first thing you do is you got to get rid of the music, and you got to do things like when they have these blessings of animals. So like bring traditional biblical animals like donkeys and dogs and stuff. People bring like Gila monsters. People bring Gila monsters and iguanas and ferrets. You can't. God wouldn't bless those things. You know, it's sacrilege or simony or something.
I just have to say this: for Jews, it's just funny to watch the whole thing unfold because we just think we've been cold kicking it for 4,000 years, and we don't give a shit what you guys do.
I went to a bar mitzvah a couple of weeks ago.
You know, you don't have to say that like that. I went to a freak show at Coney Island once. You don't have to say it like that. You don't have to. I went to a bar mitzvah. You people are insane. Once again, that's all for tonight. Thanks to Lowry Turner, Felix Dexter, Joe Queenan, and Norm Macdonald.
The iron horse of broadcasting.
It's iron. You don't pronounce it iron.
That's what everybody tells me.
It's the iron horse. Like Lou Gehrig was the iron horse of baseball.
Yes.
The word I-R-O-N is iron. No, iron.
Iron.
That's what makes English the world's toughest language.
Yeah.
You know, right? Sure.
It is the
Because
toughest language. To me,
learn.
it's the easiest.
Yeah, well, you were born with it.
Yeah. Say what you want about how huge and fat my head has gotten, but forget it.
Try iron. Why doesn't that clock work?
Why doesn't that cock work?
That clock works.
My clock works.
Oh, this clock over here.
Mine is going somewhere, Norm.
No, I thought that's what you said. I was trying to.
What? No, iron horse.
What do you say? Iron.
Iron. You got it right.
Iron.
And
take a look.
It's cast iron.
It's cast iron.
Iron.
Cast iron grilling grates that are
kidding when you say iron?
You know what? Don't be like fucking Larry King. That motherfucker. I say iron, and he's up my asshole for fucking 4 days.
I heard you had Larry King on here.
Cast
Your
iron.
show that's amazing, by the way. No one gets on Larry King. Larry King gets you.
Larry King is with us. Larry, welcome.
An honor to be with you, Larry.
Well, welcome to the show.
This is strange, isn't it?
It's strange, but it's good.
I'm very proud to be. I've always wanted to guest with you.
Yes.
Yes, weird.
Good to be on the other side of the desk.
Yes, good to see myself. You know, now I'm starting to talk like you talk like me. All right, what's the question?
The first question is, Larry, you've done it all. You've interviewed everybody from Sadat to, who's another guy?
And name it, Clinton.
Sadat to Clinton, all through the years. What is the key to being a good interviewer? The key to being a good interviewer.
It's being a good listener.
What was that? A listener. You have to listen.
You have to listen to the answers, which gives you the next question to ask.
I know you're new to this. I'm going to teach you something. One of the first things in hosting an interview show is to listen.
What's that now?
The answer given by the guest. My whole motto, my whole broadcasting career, that's why I don't like a lot of guys on the air now, is that I never learned anything when I was talking.
Can I interrupt you there?
Yeah.
Then let me ask you this. Of all the people that you've ever interviewed over the years, how many people would you say you've interviewed?
40,000.
40,000.
That's what they figure 40 years, about 1,000 people a year.
40,000 guests. Now, who was the physically ugliest guest you ever encountered? The ugliest.
Ugliest.
The Elephant Man. You ever interviewed the Elephant Man?
No, we tried.
He was ugly.
But we didn't do. We almost had Siamese twins once.
Really?
Didn't do them.
You're saying Siamese twins are ugly?
They were connected at the head.
And that
would have been difficult.
Not attractive to you?
No.
Would you marry a Siamese twin?
Now stop that. I didn't come here to be insulted.
No.
Oh, I have an announcement to read. I almost forgot. I was told to make this announcement. Table 10, wherever you are, table 10. We're sorry your waitress hasn't been there in a while. Larry King just married her. So...
Let me ask you this.
What?
You are a very happily married man now.
Very.
How many times have you been married?
6.
6 times, and now...
Finally.
6 is the charm.
The right girl came along.
Shauna.
Shauna.
A lovely
Shauna. I
woman.
call her Shauna because it's like
And how long have you been married?
7 months.
7 months, which is a record.
No, this is the first. I've been married, Larry, but I've never been married.
Married.
This is married.
Married like...
She's my friend. Like, I love her.
I see. That's what Clinton says about his wife, isn't it?
I came to the show expecting the best. I didn't expect to be humiliated this way.
Well, let me ask you this, Larry. You're married.
Yes.
6 months.
Yes, 7 months.
7 months.
See, you gotta listen.
Okay, 7 months it's been. And yet, you started necking with Marlon Brando on the air. What's that all about?
Marlon grabbed me. It was him, not me.
So it was him.
It was him.
He kissed you.
Out of nowhere, he kissed me on the lips.
Oh, my Lord.
And I tell you the truth.
He was aroused.
I can't stop thinking about it.
Was he aroused?
Was he aroused?
That's a journalistic question.
That's correct. And if Ed Bradley's here, I'll have him ask it. I had no idea. I was shocked, Larry, when he did that.
Shocked when Marlon Brando kissed you.
Absolutely. Wouldn't you be?
I would enjoy it.
Are you? Never mind.
Am I Larry King gay? Was that your question?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Yes. I'll come out of the closet right now. On your show, I, Larry King, irreversibly gay.
Irreversibly
Yes,
gay.
that's what the doctors have told me. I had the quintuple bypass, and then they said there's a slight side effect.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask, don't tell, exactly.
What's something people don't know about you?
I'm a deeply closeted gay guy.
No kidding.
Well, I'm not coming out, though.
Wait a minute. What are you revealing here today?
I'm not revealing anything. I'm saying I'm deeply closeted.
Well, that means you're gay.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Why would I say that? I'm deeply closeted.
No, but that means you're very, very gay, but you don't want to come out. You're so closeted.
That I refuse to say I'm gay.
Right.
Exactly.
But doesn't that mean you're gay?
Hey, easy, buddy.
All right, what's next? What do you have?
What's next? Let me think. Quick question. Favorite SNL performer of all time?
SNL?
Saturday Night Live.
My favorite Saturday night performer of all time. Norm Macdonald's way up there. He's going to be on the show tonight.
He's terrific.
He's funny.
Very funny.
Why is he leaving?
Why is he leaving what?
Why is he leaving Saturday Night Live?
Well, I don't know too much.
You've got to listen to answer. You don't like him, do you?
I don't care for him.
Belushi was way up there. But if I had to pick a McDonald, Belushi, very strong, and the guy Dennis Miller.
Dennis Miller, terrific.
Right,
terrific.
bright, intelligent.
Very bright, intelligent.
We have about a minute left to my portion of Guess With You, because I've got to go.
Well, I wanted to bring up one thing. Not only are you master of the medium of TV, you also write a column in USA Today.
I do, every Monday.
I have it with us.
Yes.
Have it with us. Every Monday, you write a column for USA Today.
Correct.
And you read USA Today?
Yes.
Terrific paper.
Right.
Terrific paper. Now, I've got your Monday, April 6th column. I'd like to quote something for you. Here you say, Kathy Bates is sensational in primary colors.
Yes.
Still feel that way?
Why would I change? You mean, on reflection, she's not sensational?
So you're saying on reflection, she's not sensational?
No, I'm saying Thanks for having me on.
Wait, I have another one.
Which one?
It says here, I haven't seen kids shooting marbles in years.
I haven't.
Still feel that way? Now, what about this one? For my money, of all the guests I've ever interviewed, the Elephant Man was the ugliest. Did you not tell me you never interviewed the Elephant Man?
Yes, so one of us is lying, in print or on the air.
Exactly.
Moments on Larry King Live, we bring two of the great talents, both formerly of Saturday Night Live. With us, David Spade is in Los Angeles. Norm Macdonald is here in New York. And now...
Hello, Norm.
Say hello to him.
Hi, David. David and I apparently are having some kind of feud. He left this message on my machine.
So what is this?
What is
David?
I
Did you
don't
not
know.
want to appear with him tonight?
Norm,
Come on, David. Tell us.
I wouldn't pay $300 to have my hair blow dried to be treated like this.
No, your hair is great.
Do you feel, David, that the star spotlight has been taken away by you, by McDonald tonight?
No, I don't mind. It should be.
Oh,
Norm's my buddy. Norm's one of the best guys out there. I've been watching this whole show, laughing my head off. I don't think Larry knows that Norm's a little kooky. and he's got some funny stuff to say.
What do you make of that? He's accusing you of not having all the marbles.
Good Lord.
John.
Not having all the marbles? I'll tell you something about marbles. I haven't seen a kid play marbles for years.
China syndrome is a great rental.
He's doing my column now. Okay.
Of all the colors, blue is my favorite.
Stop that. Where is John Stamos?
When do you two go to work together? Why don't you do a movie together?
We'd love to. We've been trying to for a long time, right, Dave?
Yeah. Norm's one of the few super funny guys out there that I'm trying to keep up with. He's a blast, and whatever show gets him next will be in great shape.
Well, David, do you think he's going to do a weekend update on the new Howard Stern show?
It seemed like that's what you told him. So.
It seems like that to me. I don't know why he's in some sort of denial over this.
Norm's a little tricky, but he's in demand, so I think they'll have him if he wants to do it. And
maybe Meet the Press will ask you to do it, and he'll come back then.
Meet the Press would be great. Tim Russer, right?
Yeah, you and Tim.
Me and Tim would be a great...
Load of laughs.
You guys lost me.
He doesn't know Tim Russer.
What do you think about Tim Russer?
He only knows supermodels.
I get blank stares.
Yeah,
Hey, listen, Larry, you live next to me in Beverly Hills now. You knew Clampett. You're right next to me.
Clampett.
I just heard you're going to come by
Don't give the address.
We're going to I know where you are. You're by Nate and Al's. My house has a water wiggle out front, and you're going to have to come by and hang out with me.
What is that?
What's a water wiggle?
That's his thing for a supermodel.
What an idiot. You're going to be part of Neighborhood Watch with me, and you're going to hold up your end. I don't care if you're out of town a lot.
Where do you live, Norm?
I live in New York City.
Here, the Gotham.
Yeah, the Big Apple.
But I've seen you in L.A.
Yeah,
I saw you with Chris Farley in New York.
Yeah, I
in
Los Angeles, me and Chris Farley.
Yeah, his story doesn't check out, does it, Larry?
No, so you
It's got some holes in it.
I live in Los Angeles.
Good observation, Spade.
I'm by...
Coastal.
Get it out,
By
Norm.
Coastal, yeah.
Bisexual.
Oh, what are you doing,
No, I'm kidding. I'm
We've had lots of admissions here tonight. Do you ever miss Saturday Night Live? Both the same question for both of you. David.
I miss hanging out with Norm and some other people there, but I don't miss how hard it was. It was a good 6-year run for me. It was fun.
But you don't miss doing the show?
I miss it in pieces. I'd like to host it, but right now, to do it every week, I'm too old now.
Norm?
I've only been gone like 1 week.
But you, unlike David, you were fired.
Yeah.
So distance is quicker to have. Do you miss it? All right, did you miss it last Saturday night? Did you watch it? You're stumbling.
I tell you something. I don't. Where I live, I don't get Saturday Night Live.
You know what, Larry? They show.
I watch Saturday Night Live, but I don't get it.
Norm was at home with.
Stop stepping on the joke.
I don't know. I can't.
Me and Larry are doing a little vaudeville here.
I'm 2 minutes behind you on a tape delay.
David, what were you going to say?
I just heard the Siamese twins thing. No, I was saying that Norm sits home and there's just montage music, and you hear the road is long. And he's watching 6 TVs in his house.
I used to, when I did the show, I'd always take off right after updates so I could watch the rest of the show at home. You know.
Really?
Yeah, because, you know, they want you to stay till the end so you can wave, because everybody waves.
You're not a waver.
Well, it's odd because sometimes the show sucks, and then at the end of the show, you're out waving like a jackass.
But Norm, sometimes at the first 3 years I was never on, and I had to count that as a sketch.
But
Now, I wanna ask you
I was
this-
with Carlos Slim all day today, the richest man in the world. He's partnering.
The richest man in the world is Carlos Slim?
Correct, from Mexico. You never heard of him?
Of course not. I'm not a connected guy.
Oh, that's right. I just heard you. You don't watch the news.
So Carlos Slim
is a terrific guy.
And this guy is working with you on Aura TV.
He financed it.
He financed it. The richest man in the world.
$76 billion.
We should get together with this Carlos Slim.
Seems like a good guy.
I just had a meeting with some lady who said she had a lot of money. Fat Nancy.
Oh, Fat Nancy. And what, she want to finance something with you? What does she want to do with you?
You know what?
Well,
as an old-timey broadcaster, do you have other oldtimey broadcaster friends?
Well, they did. You know,
Who would they be like?
He had dementia at the end. That's funny to you. You know, Macdonald, I want to tell you.
No, it's a very odd thing to say.
If you're looking to broaden your horizons, I don't think it's wise to laugh at someone who had dementia. When you get older, you start to get a little short-term. But I remember things from 10 years ago like that.
Yeah.
Don't you can remember things from childhood.
Yeah. He can remember, like, when he was a kid, but he can't remember murdering that prostitute last night.
You can go to jail for that. It's a whole new law.
I've been told.
How old was she?
I don't remember.
Have you ever been fat? It doesn't
Yeah,
seem like you...
fat.
You were?
I had my heart attack. I weighed 195.
And what are you, 5'10"?
5'10 and a half.
That's what I heard Larry King say to a guy once. The guy had lost his child. Oh, no. And Larry King goes, Paul Newman told me, you never get over it. It's like some unfeeling psychotic.
So here he is, the always amusing Norm Macdonald. Norm, I think you're very funny, Norm. I always enjoy your work, and I'm glad you're here. Nice
Me too, man. You're the funniest dude in the world.
No, I'm just mediocre funny.
And you got the 1,000 shows,
right.
1,000 shows.
Yeah, but you're really funny, and you'll always have that. I'm just a dork, you know.
What?
I'm just a dork, you know, struggling, just a guy trying to make a buck.
What?
What have you been doing? What have you been doing? And what's going on in your life? Take us through some of your activities, your life, your free time. So you know, a couple hours with Norm Macdonald.
I got a lot of free time now, and so. So what I did was I returned to my first love, you know, dance. I returned to my first love, the stand-up comedy.
Oh, you're doing the stand-up. Good for you.
So I go around the country to different smoky nightclubs, and I do my jokes, you know, and it's great, you know. It's the doing the jokes is fun, but then the rest of the time, did you ever go on the road?
A little bit. I didn't care for it. It just didn't have the stamina for it. It's difficult.
It's rough, man, because other than doing the stand-up, you just go to a town, you're basically like a drifter or something, you know. You show up, you hang around, and then you sit and you're watching the TV all the time, you know. And I love the TV, you know. But when you watch it all the time, you just watch anything, you know. I watched ESPN too. They got all the Deuce.
Yeah, sure, the Deuce. Yeah.
And they got sports there that you know they're kind of weird sports. Like they got kickboxing. Yeah. You ever heard that sport?
Yeah.
And that's an odd sport. What they do is they combine the style and grace of boxing with kicking. You know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of immature. A guy's boxing, all of a sudden he kicks the guy, you know. They're just cheating, you know.
Yeah, I think so. Sure.
Yeah. And then also what you do is you try to get the pay movies there, you know.
Oh yeah. You ever dial up any of the? You can get like first-run features.
Yeah. I ordered Pulp Fiction. You know that movie?
Oh sure.
It's a gritty urban satire, you know. It said that on the little thing. I wouldn't have known. And so I said, yeah, I'll get Pulp Fiction. I heard great things about that. So I order it, right? Mm-hmm. And they send me a different movie, a movie called by the name of Pump Friction.
I never heard of it.
You never heard of that movie?
No, what is it?
Well, it's different than Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is a gritty urban satire. Pump Friction is a bunch of dudes and ladies having dirty sex.
Whoa!
And, you know...
So there's a mix-up, obviously.
Yeah. And it wasn't a bad movie, you know? It was... Actually, with those dirty movies, I find, like, they're good for about 15, 20 minutes. I'm really interested.
Right.
And then there's one point that all of a sudden I'm bored, you know? I just lose interest completely, and I feel deeply ashamed, you know?
The human mechanism working there. I don't know what that is. Norm, how's your family been with your recent situation with Saturday Night Live? You don't work there anymore. They're probably very proud when you had the job, and now you don't have that. I mean, how have they been a bit supportive, I would think?
Oh, yeah, they're supportive. My mom came to visit me, you know, here in New York City, and she wanted to go to a Broadway play. That's her idea in New York.
Sure.
Broadway, you know, they got the Broadway plays.
She comes down from Canada?
Canada, yeah, from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. And she's, you know, she doesn't know, like, she's not a big city person like you and me. So she's like, oh, we got to go see a Broadway play. So, but I didn't want to, because the last time she came and visited, I took her to this Broadway play, and I'd never been to a Broadway play, you know. So I took her to this one. They had this one, How to Succeed in Business, even if you don't really care to.
Right.
And I take her to that.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Right.
She wasn't there. They had some other lady. So we get in there, and I'd never been to a play. Oh, my God, it's horrible. You go in, and you got to sit. They have little chairs. You're all crunched up. It costs like $90 or something like that. And then you sit there, you watch it, and these dudes come in. They're all doing stuff, you know. And the thing is, like, you kind of got to use your imagination a lot, because they'll go, like, it's an office, right? Meanwhile, it's just a chair and a desk, you know? And then they have, like, maybe a window with, like, a fake moon behind it. So you go, oh, I guess it's nighttime there, you know? And it's, like, just hellish, you know? And then everybody's singing every time, you know, and singing and dancing around, and it was about business, you know, about the business world, you know. And so at one point there, the coffee guy comes, you know, he's bringing in the coffee. And so then they all get excited because the coffee's coming. And so they're singing, oh, here's the coffee, we want to drink the coffee, you know. And really excited about that. And my mom, she talks. She's used to just watching the TV, and so she doesn't know that you're not supposed to talk out loud. And so she's like, the whole time, she's like, oh, good God, that's just like me. I have to have my coffee in the morning. And I'm like, all right, you know, it's okay. And then I think the coffee machine broke, and then everybody went, oh, we don't have our coffee. So it lasted forever. And like, you're just watching this stuff and trying to imagine what it would really look like on the TV, you know. So then finally the damn thing's over. It takes like an hour and a half, and you go, okay, let's get the hell out of here. You go out. It's not over. It's intermission. They have an intermission. So intermission, you know, it's you go out into this crowded foyer, just packed with people, and they're all discussing it. You know, they're going, hey, remember the coffee there? And I'm going, holy Lord! So I see some dude that works there. I go, hey, listen, you got that Knicks Charlotte game on somewhere? Because I knew the Knicks were playing the Hornets there. And the guy, no, sir, no, you know. And I go, anything, the sports ticker or something like that? He goes, no, this is the theater. You know, he's all like snooty, you know. This is the and V, like, you know, it's a theater. There's got a whole bunch of them. The theater. So then now when she came back, I you know, definitely didn't want to take her to another but you know, it's my mom and everything, and she's got, oh, we gotta go see another Broadway play. And I go, yeah, then you know, the playoffs are starting and everything, you know, but so I go, okay, well, why don't we go to like you know, Cats? I hear that's a good thing. Sure. You know, so I take her. Oh, you know, an interesting thing. When we're going to Cats, we're walking down the street, and my mom stops in a donut shop. She likes eating donuts, and she goes in to buy herself a cruller there, and I stay outside. A
cruller?
A cruller is a type of donut.
Cruller is the same as a cruller?
What did I say?
I think he said cruller, but I could be wrong as well. I don't know. Cruller. Maybe a cruller.
No, it's a cruller.
It's a cruller. All right,
yeah.
Fine, sure.
I'm pretty sure it's a cruller.
Yeah.
No, because even on the thing it says C-R-U-L, and then over the U is like one of those things.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, go get yourself a cruller. And I waited inside. She comes out, she goes, oh, Norm, oh my God, you wouldn't believe it. She says, your friend David Letterman is in the donut shop.
Is that right?
And she thinks we're friends, you know, I don't know. I guess I told her we were friends.
Yeah, we're sort of friends.
I told her we were best friends.
Well, I would like to be your friend, too.
So she says, oh, he's in there. And I go, Mom, man, David Letterman's not in a donut shop. You know, it doesn't make sense. And, you know, he's my best friend. I would know, you know, if he was in a donut shop. So she says, no, just go say hi to him. He'll like to see you. So I go into the donut shop, and there's a dude sitting there. He's not you.
Yeah.
He's just some dude with like a Late Show T-shirt on.
Right.
And I think he was even like a Mexican guy or something like that. You know?
It could be, I guess, yeah.
And so I said, man, that can't be David Letterman, you know? So I walk out and I say, Mom, you know, that was him, but he's busy, you know, and he doesn't want to be bothered by any of this. So anyways, we go to the Cats, you know, and this is something I've heard about for years, Cats. It's been around
now
a long
and forever.
Time. Yeah, is that what it is?
I think.
Yeah, and I go there. I go, what?
Cruller.
So I go to Cats. You're not. I don't know if I'm an idiot or if everybody else is an idiot, but it's probably me.
No.
It's about cats.
That's right.
I'm talking. It's about actual cats.
Actual cats.
So I said to the guy at halftime during the thing, I go out and I say, there's a dude working there. I say, good God, man, that's about actual cats, right? So the guy goes, well, what the hell you expect? It says cats. And I go, I don't know. I thought it was like a symbolism. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure, right.
I mean, if you went to like
nice
Dog Day afternoon and there's a bunch of dogs in the afternoon, you'd want your money back.
Literally, exactly, yeah. Listen, Norm, it's good to see you again. I want you to have a lovely summer and keep us posted as to what's going on in the future. All right? Nice to have you with us.
Hey,
Norm.
thanks for
Norm Macdonald, ladies and gentlemen, right here. We'll be back. Norm, you look great.
I do, yeah. I mean, you do too.
Well, thank you very much. We haven't seen you in a while, and you look like you're really in shape. Are you taking care of yourself? You working out? What's going on
Me?
here?
I'm all right. My cholesterol was, I had problems with my cholesterol.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to my doctor last year, and I got my cholesterol checked, right? And then I came back again this year, and he's like, how are you doing with that cholesterol? And I go, I'm not doing anything. And he goes, well, I'm looking at your file here, and last year it showed that your cholesterol is alarmingly high.
Oh, my.
So I go, well, you didn't tell me that. And he said, yo, I told you that. And I go, no, I would remember that phrase, alarmingly high, you know? So he says, well, let's do it again, you know? And I go, well, all I've been doing is eating cake and, swallowing, chugging half and half. So I go, I know that the test...
Chugging half and
I know
half.
the test will come back, and it will be whatever the word is that's worse than alarmingly high.
Right.
You know? So I was so scared, you know? So it comes back, and it's really off the charts, you know? And I'm like, oh, geez, man, are you going to have to do a Letterman on me there, you know? And he goes, so he goes, because I don't like that stuff. And he goes, no, we haven't reached that level yet. You know, your cholesterol's high. You can lower it, but he goes, I have to warn you, you have to lower it, or we're going to have to do a Letterman on you.
Yeah,
so I said, okay, you know, and I went on this incredible, like, I did it myself. I just checked the www computer, and I found out all the things. And in 10 weeks, my cardiologist was like stunned. Yeah. She's worked in the field for 26 years and never seen it. But anyways, from 296 to 120.
Whoa, wow.
But the only bad thing is they have bad cholesterol, good cholesterol. One of the cholesterols didn't change, and my cardiologist explained to me that cholesterol will only be changed by exercise. So I was like, geez, you know. So, because I'm really good at not doing things, like not eating stuff, but I'm bad at going out and doing stuff. And so I got a trainer, and it was all, not good.
Tough.
Yeah, man alive, holy crow.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it's paid off.
It does?
Yeah. What kind of stuff was the trainer doing with you?
He was, these guys are like superhuman. They look like Dash Riprock, you know, from earlier, you know. They're like superhuman beings, you know. So they think you can do what they can do, you know. Right. And I told the guy, $50 an hour. I said, look, don't try to earn your money or anything like that, you know. Like, all I want to do is get my cholesterol down. I don't care to have a vein in my arm. Yeah. And, you know, no use for abs. I just want to not die. So, but he's like, I know what you can take. I know what you can handle, you know? And I'm like, all right, you know? So he's got me doing them bench presses, and then he'd do this trick, like he'd go, okay, we're going to do 15, you know? And he'd go, 5 more, 3, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1, and 10 more. And I go, what the God? Why didn't you say 25 in the first place, you know? So anyways, I'm in the gym there, and we're doing the things, and over in the corner, a fracas happens, a little thing. I go, what happened over there? And it turned out, guy had a heart attack. And they took him away. I'm like, what the hell? He's like, yeah, man, I hope they don't have to do a Letterman on that guy, you know?
All right, Norm, stay right there. We'll be right back with Norm Macdonald.
Hey, Bill.
You did some traveling, I guess, since we last saw you. Were in.
Yeah, I did. I'd never been overseas, and I went to Amsterdam. My dad was in World War II. He was a lot older than I. Well, obviously, he was older than I was. He had me when he was an older fella, and he served in World War II, and he liberated Holland, you know, from the icy grip of that dork Hitler, you know. Yeah. So, and you know, with Hitler, the more I learn about that guy, the more I don't care for him. I can't. Yeah. And there's nothing redeeming about the guy. I tell the guys, I go, how on earth could these Germans like follow this lunatic, you know? And they're like, oh, he was an incredible public speaker, you know? He could hypnotize you with his public speaking. And then I see him, he's like, strangely, correctly, I go, what? That's not my idea of a silver-tongued devil, you know?
So anyways, that's not the point.
Yeah.
The point is my dad went over and he liberated Holland. I'll tell you something about the Dutch. They don't forget, you know. My dad, a dirt poor farmer, you know, couldn't be poor, went over to Holland, liberated the country, and they never forgot. Every 5 years he would go and they would throw petals, you know, and it was fantastic.
They're still grateful. The Dutch are still grateful for what the Canadians had done.
So I went over.
He was in the Canadian Army, right?
Yeah, well, mostly it was my dad, but...
Yeah.
No, I used my dad as a surrogate for the entire Canadian Army. Right. But, so I went over because my dad's dead. And so I said, it'd be great to see, you know. And so I went to Amsterdam, and oh, my Lord. At first, you know, it's a picturesque place. People are driving around their bicycles over cobblestone streets with canals. It's beautiful, windmills, and it looks... But then, the whole country's gone to hell in a handbasket. You would not believe this. You can do drugs legally.
Really?
Legally. They have a place called coffee shops, right? So I went into one. I said, hey, man, I enjoy coffee, but can I have a coffee? They're like, we don't have coffee. It's a coffee shop. They go, we got drugs. So I'm like, I don't want drugs. That's wrong. What the hell are you talking about, you know? And then prostitutes. They have prostitutes in the window. You walk along, and there's prostitutes in the window that you can go and have illegal sex. It's legal there, and it's all ass over tea kettle wrong, you know? And so then I had a whole different view of the place of just these, you know, crazy people.
Just not right.
So anyways, one night I was going back to my hotel, and I'm going back to my hotel, and I can't find my hotel because everything's in, you know, they're all foreigners, so it's all different language, hard to find streets and stuff. So I was walking around forever. Finally, I see my hotel, you know, and I get there, and there's a red light, you know. And have you ever been to those places where, not a red light like a red light district,
a traffic light,
a stoplight that was red, and you know when the red never changes?
Yes.
You ever been in that experience? So I'm standing there, and the red, a minute goes by, 2 minutes go by, 3 minutes go by, whatever minutes go by, and it never changes, and there's no traffic at all. So finally I go, I'll just walk across the red light, right? Yeah. What harm can be done? Walk across the red light. Immediately, a police officer comes riding a bicycle. So then this guy, you know, he's like, you know, talking with his foreign thing, and so he writes me a ticket, you know. I go, are you kidding me? Your whole country's a bunch of drug-smoking prostitute people, you know?
This doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense. And also, if it wasn't for my dad, then that guy wouldn't get to have the freedom to drive his fruity bicycle anyway, you know?
That's right.
Yeah, he'd be living in a country where a guy was going, frankly.
I'm glad you're back, Norm.
Thank you, David.
So here's the new CD, Ridiculous, in stores now. Norm, always a pleasure. Come
it's great to be back.
Thank you very much. Norm Macdonald, ladies and gentlemen, is the always entertaining Norm Macdonald, ladies and gentlemen. I saw that show today, Norm. Very funny.
What show? The TV show?
Yeah, your TV show.
Oh, yeah,
congratulations. And by the way, you look very youthful. And how come we haven't seen you in 2 years?
Oh, how come I haven't been here in 2 years?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I've been busy. I got a kid, you know.
I know. How old?
Well, you got a kid?
Yeah, I do.
How old's Harry?
He's 7.
Yeah, man, they grow up so slow. You know, it's barely discernible. Isn't it?
Yes, how old is your son?
He's 18. They get far less cute.
Yeah.
They're not as cute when they're out on the lawn punching you in the chest.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's good to have you here.
Oh, it's good to be here,
and,
man.
In addition to the new show, the Norm Macdonald Sports Show, you have like your was it your first stand-up special?
Yes, I did a Comedy Central special.
Great.
One of 40 they did this year on Comedy Central. And but it was fun. But I got a weird time. They showed it at 11:30 and on Saturday, and it turned out that was during this thing called Earth Hour. I think some people know what it is.
Yeah.
On Earth Hour, you have to turn off your electricity. So,
wow. That's horrible.
And as you know, and as I know, and as they apparently know, TVs are powered by electricity. So, and furthermore, my key demographic is damn dirty hippies.
Yeah.
So,
oh, man.
Well, you know, what are you going to do?
Took one on the chin there.
Yeah.
Now, Norm Macdonald, ladies and gentlemen, just out here. I tell you right now, I wish the Norm Show, that's what they call it, the Norm
Show.
Yeah, I wish that was going to be on the CBS network instead of the ABC network.
Yeah.
Because CBS needs all the help we can get. ABC is fine. They got Barbara Walters.
Yeah.
And whenever things start to sag over there, she'll interview Oprah. And so they don't need any help. We need a blockbuster smash comedy hit.
Yeah, you got Everybody Loves Raymond. I love that.
That's right. See, this would be
great show. You guys love that show?
This would be the perfect. This would be the perfect companion piece to Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah.
Everybody Loves Norm. Huh? What kind of a kid were you when you were a kid?
Me? When I was growing up?
Yeah.
I was all right. Yeah. But I want to talk about the show.
Go ahead.
The Norm Show, because I have to do this, you know?
Tell the people what it's about.
Because I have to, you know, promote it. Yeah. You know, I'm not comfortable in promoting. But
you only have to promote the first one, and
yes,
then after that, everything takes care of itself.
Right. So it's about me. I play a dude named Norm.
Right.
That was my idea. And so I'm a guy who got kicked out of the NHL for gambling, you know? Right? And then I have to do community service as a social worker, you know? And I hate it. I don't like being a social worker. So that sounds pretty funny, right?
I enjoyed it. I've seen the first two shows, and it made me laugh out loud.
Yeah. See, the problem is, Dave, I'm not a great, promoter, you know, like my manager's always saying, I got to get out there and, promote, and I'm not comfortable with that. I'd rather just, you know, talk and tell stupid stories and everything like that. So I was thinking, you know, since my manager's always, you got to promote it, I was thinking that maybe he could come out and just promote it himself because, you know what I'm saying?
You have a manager?
Yeah, I got a manager. I had to because I only had an agent, and he was no good, and then they said, you got to get a manager. So you got to get a manager, you got to get a manager. And so they said, you know, maybe Mike Ovey, says all these guys. But I picked this dude that he's my manager. And I thought maybe I could bring out him and he can promote the show.
Our first guest is a very funny man with his own brand new television program called The Norm Show. It premieres Wednesday on another network. Here's our good friend Norm Macdonald. Norm? Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
I gotta tell you something, Norm. I'm very happy for you because one or two times ago when you were on the show, you had been fired. You'd lost your job at Saturday Night Live on the Weekend Update because those people didn't have the guts to stand by you. Because those people wouldn't know funny if it bit them in the ass.
Yeah.
And they, of course, were hoping that they'd never hear from you again. They were hoping, of course, that they had squashed out another career.
Right.
They thought, okay, that's it for him. We don't have to worry about... Well, I saw two shows that you did, two of the Norm shows.
Oh, yeah?
I guess shows... They're unbelievably funny.
Oh, you like
They're
it?
great shows.
Oh, that's nice.
And I believe this thing's going to be a huge hit. And then, and I don't want to tell you how to run your career, but then just line up all those punks over there at NBC. You know, your Don Myers, your Lorne Michaels, your Skippy. What was
Skippy Lowe, yeah.
Skippy Henderson.
Yeah.
Oh, Skippy Lowe?
You just line up all those boys and tell them to kiss your ass.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. No, it was nice. I was working all the time, so it was good. After the show, I got to I returned to my first love of doing nothing. You know, and then I hung out for a while, and then I started on this and everything like that. But it's nice.
It turned out great.
It turned out all right. I got a chance to just be
vindication.
What? I don't know. Who knows how the show
I think it'll do pretty well. Because you're on right after the very popular Drew Carey show, and then your show, people dialing in to see you, and lo and behold, and you know, by the way, a lot of stuff on TV ain't that entertaining.
Yeah.
they dial up your show, and holy crap, it's actually funny.
Yeah, well, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good that it's going on after the Drew Carey show because a lot of people watch that.
Right.
And then people, they never turn the channels.
That's right,
You
they
know
don't.
what I mean?
It's inertia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even with the
Well,
clicker.
they're in for a great surprise, my friend.
Oh, that's nice.
Congratulations, I'm very happy.
Yeah, that's nice.
See, and at the time, I think I was more upset than you were, and now that you're back on top, I feel like I'm happier than you are. I feel like I care more about your career than you do. Is that possible?
Well, I like, mostly I like watching TV.
Did you, if you like watching TV, you had your hands full last night with the Academy Awards. You had 4 hours there. Did you,
Yeah,
you get to see any of that?
Well, I watched it all. I don't know the movies this year, you know?
The nominees?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it. The only movie I saw was the Life is Beautiful movie.
Oh, Roberto Benigni.
Because I love Roberto Benigni.
Entertaining.
Yeah. But I'd never seen him in a movie. The only time I'd ever seen him was on your show, and he was always real funny.
Yep.
And so I went to that movie. It was in Life is Beautiful. And I'll tell you something about that movie. It might be a great movie and everything, but it's got a huge drawback. None of the characters speak English. You know? And for me, a person who it's the only language I understand is English.
Exactly.
You see? So I'm screwed. I'm like, what the hell? And then, of course, and then the title is English. They fool you, you know?
Yeah,
It's like,
oh yeah.
Life is beautiful. Those are all 3 English words.
Yeah, there you
right?
go.
So I wouldn't have gone if it was like amore, d'amore, more. You know what I mean? That's an Italian word.
Yeah, is it? I don't know.
It's the only Italian word I know.
Yeah, well.
So, and then I get in there, so it's all these dudes speaking Italian, you know, and I'm trying to, and so what they do is they put words, you know.
Subtitles.
Yeah. So now now I have to read, which is the reason I go to movies, so I don't have to read. I'm sitting here reading. And you know how annoying it is when you're reading and somebody's reading over your shoulder? Well, it's like 200 people reading over your shoulder. But he's a funny guy.
Yeah.
He pretended the whole unpleasantness there in Europe was a joke.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Yeah, he has a kid. He has a little 10-year-old child, and they go to a Nazi concentration camp, and his kid's not that bright. So he just pretends that to the kid, like you'll see like crazy like Nazis doing it, and then Roberto Benigni gets behind them and goes. So the kid thinks it's a big joke.
Let's move on, Norm.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're living in Los Angeles now, where you do your hit TV show.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like Los Angeles.
You're originally Canadian, right up in the Toronto area?
In Toronto, yeah.
Yeah. Come down here to New York.
I come to New York, and Toronto and New York is great because they have cabs and subways. Because I don't know how to drive a car, you know.
You don't drive at all?
No, I never learned how.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I don't like them. I find them dangerous, you know. Like you drive and you're in a car and you're going like 70, and then another car comes, he's going 70, right? And then there's like a foot between you, you know.
Yeah.
You're like and they're honking, they're honking. And then who knows what, it's only a foot, you know? They move a little bit and there's a crash, and you're always seeing crashes. Every time you drive,
sure.
there's a crash, there's a big twisted wreckage of a crash, you know? And nobody seems to care. They're like, oh, I guess I'll be late for work. You know?
So you don't drive at all?
You know, like imagine you're in a plane and you're flying and you look out, there's some plane wreckage on a mountain, right? Or a plane comes beside you like 10 feet. Ah, he's honking, you know?
That's sky rage. No, I don't think so. But now you're living in Los Angeles, where it's nearly essential to be able to drive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, everything's far apart from each other.
What do you do?
I bought myself a bicycle. And I don't know how to drive a bicycle either, but on a bicycle you can just go on the sidewalk, so you're the most dangerous, you know. And so I go to the bike store, I don't know, and the guys tell me, hey, all these bikes, you know, they have all this technical mountain bike. I'm not going to be on a mountain.
Right.
You know? I'm just going to be on the road, the sidewalks. So he goes, what kind of bike you looking for? So I said, I don't know, I think I'd like a red bike. You know? And so he sells me this one. And it's very complicated nowadays. You gotta get a lock, you know, and the locks, they aren't like the old days, just a soft lock. They're hard. He goes, hard lock that you have to, it's, you know, because he says, you gotta stay, we always gotta stay ahead of the bike thieves, you know, bicycle thieves. This bike lock was impossible to turn
Kind of combination kind of deal?
Oh, you had to go around the thing and, like, twist it. Anyways, so it's hard to explain. So I drive on my bike to get some groceries over at Ralph's. And
you shop at Ralph's?
Oh, Ralph's is the best.
Is it nice there?
Oh, yeah. If you like apples.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You like apples?
I do. I like apples. Produce, good produce?
Yeah, well, the best apples, man. So I go.
You run a lot of specials at Ralph's? Or they have like the everyday low prices?
No, they're everyday low prices,
That's
you know?
Yeah.
So I get my bicycle to the Ralph's place, you know, and I try to get this damn lock on. It doesn't work. I can't figure it out or anything like that. So then I figure to myself, I'll just leave it here unlocked.
Right in front of Ralph's?
Yeah, because I figure, what's the odds of my unlocked bicycle and a dirty bicycle thief showing up at the same time?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
You're not going to be in there all day?
Yeah, just like 5 minutes, buy some cookies and some, you know, an apple. So I get my groceries out. You know, I bought a lot of groceries, you know. I bought a whole bunch of groceries, and I get out, my bicycle's gone.
No.
Yeah, some dirty bicycle thief has stolen it, you know?
My God,
Yeah.
that's unbelievable. You have terrible luck.
Yeah, it's just a happenstance that happened. So there's a security guy there, you know, the Ralph security guy. I run up to him. I say, hey, man, did you see somebody steal a bike? And the guy goes, no. He says, I saw somebody just get on a bike and ride away. He goes, was it locked? I go, of course it was locked, you know. And then I realize I'm holding the lock in my hand. So I look.
It's a bad deal. Stay right there, Norm. We'll be right back here with Norm Macdonald. Here's the always enjoyable Norm Macdonald. You look terrific. What? That's a beautiful suit. You look like $1 million. Oh,
yeah, I bought a suit. I got one for show the respect, you know.
Oh, I appreciate that. Show the respect to me?
Yeah,
Oh, well, thank you very much.
All right, I'll show the respect.
That's very thoughtful. How was your summer? What'd you do? Anything good?
It was great. It was a lot of fun. I have a little boy, you know.
How old's your son?
He's 6 years old.
Oh, that's great.
I want to say 6. And he's a lot of fun. I do things with him, you know. We play and stuff.
What do you do? What kind of things?
I took him to Disney World.
Well, there you go.
Down in Florida. You ever go there?
I've never been there, no.
Well, you don't have, you're barren. Not barren, but
That's
you have
right,
no
I'm
children.
barren.
I'm sorry.
That's right, I'm barren. I'm infertile.
Only
That's
ladies.
right. I can't possibly have children.
No, I didn't mean that. I meant you don't have children.
I don't have any currently, no.
So, but I got to tell you, man, if you ever have kids, I hope you will, then you should take
Have you been talking to somebody at the lab, Norm?
No, but Disney World is a beautiful place.
Yeah, so you
get to see.
What's your son's name, Timmy?
Little Dylan.
Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan. Not little.
Name for Bob Dylan?
Yeah, I named him for Bob Dylan, and I thought, hey, man, nobody's going to be named Dylan. That's a cool name, because when I was a kid, I always read Dylan.
Thomas?
Dylan Thomas, a Child's Christmas in Wales.
Yeah.
And so I said, hey, nobody will have that name. And then everybody has that name because they had that kid on 90210. This is too long, right?
Well, you know, after that discussion of my fertility, I don't much care.
The point is, he's a good, well-behaved boy, and I took him to Disney World there. We had a lot of fun, my God. We went to the... They have a new thing. Usually they have the goofy Pluto, you know, the regular characters, but they also have actual animals in a safari park.
Oh, yeah. Wild, dangerous jungle beast.
Yeah. And you take your child through and you see, and it's a lot of fun, except they don't tell you they're not wearing any pants. You know, like Goofy and Pluto, right?
What are you talking about?
Well, Goofy, you know how...
What in the world are you talking about?
You know when you see Mickey Mouse, right?
Mickey Mouse is a cartoon character.
He's always got some trousers.
He always has pants on, that's right.
Right. Well, the dangerous lion and elephant, they have no pants on
Because those
at
are
all.
real, actual living beings.
Right.
They're not animated cartoon characters.
Exactly, but I'm a living being. I don't want my child to see my, thing, right? That's what I'm saying. I don't want my child. It's fine for you and me.
Completely different species, Norm. A completely different species.
Still,
it's a whole different deal, my friend.
I'm not offended by it myself. But children ask questions, and they go, what's that thing there between the elephant? A big, giant, god-awful looking thing? You know? I don't know.
Sounds like you have a very special child, Norm.
No. Maybe you find it very attractive.
No, I don't find it attractive. It's just I don't see it as a problem. It's just like it's a rhinoceros, Eddie. It's just a rhinoceros.
Right,
That's
but
all
what would you say is the thing that...
I just say it's his wallet. It's where he... It's where he keeps his... It's a shaving kit. That's where he keeps some change and a comb.
Yeah. Maybe if you had a few more dollars in your wallet, you'd have a kid.
Now you're joking. Now you're joking.
No, because I was trying to make it.
Yeah, you're trying to make it. Very nice.
I bet you will have a nice kid one day. You'd be a great father.
That'd be fun. I'd like to have a kid.
You'd be a good
I hope he
man.
turns out just like you. Yeah. So where were we now? You and your son are there in Disney World.
Had a lot of fun. We got. You know, these animals like Mickey Mouse and Pluto and stuff. My kid loves them. They give autographs out. You know, the kids stand in line for like an hour.
You mean the costumed characters?
Yeah,
right.
not the actual animals.
Yeah.
And so you know, you get the kids are all excited. Hey, I'm gonna get Mickey Mouse's autograph. Of course, you and I know that ain't Mickey Mouse. That's some college kid. You know.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to stand in line an hour.
You know that for a fact.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm not going to stand in line an hour to get some dude's autograph.
You're very savvy, Norm. You're very savvy.
So I said to him, I said, listen, Dylan, have you ever heard of the character parking lot attendant?
Oh. Pretty good. Get him in the car, get him home.
Yeah. No, he's a good boy.
Yeah. How's the show? Are you all excited about the premiere?
Yeah.
What do you got coming up for us? What's new? What's happening on the show? You got to have a hook. You got to have a gimmick, my friend.
Yeah. We're trying to get the guy I'm doing it with. You know, he's the co-creator. This dude. He said we got to get celebrities. You know, because
guest stars,
guest celebrities. Because a lot of the shows have celebrities. Like I saw Dharma and Greg was on your show last night. Bob Dylan going to be on.
That's
show.
right. Exactly.
Yeah. And you know, Heidi Klum's on another show. So, anyways, they said let's get some celebrities.
Good idea.
Yeah. And then it turned out they wanted me to phone celebrities. I said, "Do you have any celebrity friends you could phone?"
Oh yeah.
And I don't have any at all. I don't know anybody.
Does that make you feel kind of wormy when you have to place that call? I hate doing stuff like that. Because I know they don't want to hear from me.
I got one guy.
Oh, really? Well, that's good. So you're doing better than I would.
You know that guy that was Maud's husband? Played Maud's husband?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Bill Macy.
Bill Macy, exactly, yeah.
So Bill Macy eats at this restaurant that I eat at.
Yeah.
And he's across the way, so I said, hey, Bill, listen, man, you want to be on that TV show I have?
Yeah.
He goes, sure. So that'll be sweet. I think we're doing that in the sweeps.
Is he going to be on? Really? Well, do you want him on?
Oh, yeah. I love that guy. He goes, Maud, sit.
Yeah. That's it, then.
That's the only guy we got. But I think the idea is once Bill Macy does it, other guys will want to jump in.
Oh, yeah. It'll start a firestorm.
It's getting that first guy.
Now the show, when he changed the name, it's no longer the Norm Show. It's not just Norm. Did we cover that before?
Yeah.
It's Norm, right?
They changed it to Norm, yeah.
Wait, it's not the Norm Show.
No,
what happened there?
I don't know. They figured that would rev things up.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
No, you know, they take out the. It's like for love of game, that movie. Love game. They took, the actual expression is for the love of the game.
Right.
They took the thes out to speed things up. You didn't know that story?
Yeah, oh, yeah, I knew that story. Oh, so it's a great story.
You hate me now because of the stuff about your testicles.
Norm,
I love you.
I couldn't be more flattered when guests come on the show and discuss my testicles. It's one of my favorite things. It's certainly not discussed at home.
I'll be great now. I'll be a good man next time. I always like to show you the respect. You're my favorite guy.
Yeah, what the hell happened with the suit to show me the respect? You moron! What are you trying to pull here?
No, hey, congratulations on the Emmy.
Yeah, we're just kidding.
You're the funniest show on
Thank
TV,
you very much.
and I feel bad.
Norm Macdonald, ladies and gentlemen. Were you ever like a bonehead? Did you ever do punk stuff when you were a kid?
Well, when I was young, I was crazy. Like, I'd do anything, you know.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like, because you're young, you don't care, you know, you don't have a job or anything, right?
Yeah, sure.
You're just drifting around from town to town. Right, no. But I remember one time, like, because I used to do, you know, like for the purposes of this show, like beer, you know?
Have a little beer?
Yeah. And so I was like ripped out of my mind on this beer. It was like, it was like that beer that where you like hallucinate, where you had so much beer, you know?
Got some really good beer.
Yeah, it was good beer. So I remember I went to this place. There's this place that in Canada called Ottawa.
It's the capital. It's the capital of the country.
It's the nation's capital, yeah. And so they have this thing every year. It's called the Panda Game, right? And it's
Panda?
Panda, like an animal.
Yeah, sure.
And so, but they just call it. That has nothing to do with pandas. So it's the University of Ottawa versus Carleton University. It's the two universities, and they play a game against each other.
Crosstown rivalry.
That's it.
Yeah.
And so everybody goes and gets parties up and they drink and they do beer and then they do some more beer and everything, you know. And sometimes they mix the beer with the beer.
Oh no, that's dangerous, isn't it?
It is.
Have to be very careful.
So I went to this thing, and the thing about the Panda Game is it's just a big party, and every year somebody does something crazy, you know? Like the engineering students from one of the things, like one time they put a bunch of greased pigs on the field.
College pranks.
Yeah, college pranks. One year they made a big slingshot, giant one, and they shot like water balloons over to the other side to hit. And so every year everybody wonders, hey, I wonder what's going to be the big prank. Yeah. So then I was there. I was really wrecked, you know? I was like, and so in my head, right, I go, I'm going to figure out the prank to do. I'm going to be that guy, you know? And so I'm walking around. I'm no good at pranks, you know? And I'm walking around the stadium, and I'm trying to think, and I see, you know where they sell the hot dogs, the hot dog stand?
Yeah.
There's a big, like, mustard thing where you push on the top.
With a big pump, sure.
You know those big yellow things? And you push on the top to get some, for your delicious hot dogs and mustard?
Yeah.
So I go, I'll grab this hot dog mustard thing. And so I grab it, and I'm like walking away, and I get back to my seat, and I go, my idea was I'll chuck this giant mustard thing onto the field, and then it will cause a big mustard stain on the football field. And I thought that would be really cool, because mustard is hard to get out. And so I get there, you know, but I'm really wrecked, and I get there and I go, and plus I was way up, like way up. There was I would have had to have superhuman strength to get that thing down. And I don't have superhuman strength.
No, just a guy.
I'm just a guy, you know. And so I take up the mustard, I go, and I throw the mustard up, right? And then the mustard just goes up a little way, and then I see like the top like starts spinning off of it. And then this mustard all comes out. And then I just see all these guys like right in front of me, you know? And then so my buddy goes, run for your life, you know? So I start running like this.
And that's it.
That's the whole story.
Norm, you had a couple of beers before the show, didn't you? This weekend on Saturday Night Live, Rob Lowe and the Spice Girls plus Joe Pesci. Now, got a couple of seconds. Go ahead, do it. Let me see it. Come on, let me see it. Just a little. Just a little.
What's that?
Just a little. You know what I'm talking
about.
What
would that mean?
Just let me see a little of it. Come on, Norm. Come on.
I got to do it with Paul.
All right, do a little with Paul.
Me as myself?
Yeah, you got to play yourself.
All right, I'll play myself.
Oh, God.
Yeah, cool. Not so easy when I'm sitting right here, is it, Big Shot? There we go.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
I'm not ready for this.
I know you're not ready now. No, you're ready on your little show, but you're not ready here. You got all week to get ready on your little show.
Okay.
Here we go.
So it's like, who's going to be the...
I don't know. Oh, Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe and the Spice Girls.
Yeah, Paul, Rob Lowe and the Spice Girls will be on. Do you enjoy the Spice Girls, Paul?
Spice Girls, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they'll be on the show. Yeah. And Paul, do you watch the Saturday Night Live show?
Yeah.
What time is that on now, Paul?
Huh?
I say, what time would that be on?
It's like it's 11. It's live. I think.
Yeah.
Off? Have you taken some vacation? Have you gone anywhere? Traveled?
Yeah. I went. I wanted to get away from all the showbiz, crazy showbiz.
Yeah.
So I decided I'd go on a vacation. You know.
Great.
And I don't like to go to hotels because all my years of doing my nightclub act, I don't like hotels.
Yeah.
So I decided I'll go. You know, my buddy tells me, he goes, "Hey, you should go to one of them bed and breakfasts." You ever hear tell them?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. The idea is you go there. It's a guy's house. and you live in his room, and then he makes you some breakfast.
Right. Very.
Yeah. It's a thumbnail.
Yeah,
you know?
that's it. Sure.
So I looked one up on the internet there, and I found one. I went to Vancouver Island, Victoria, which is beautiful.
Love
oh my
it.
God, it's God's little country. And so I go there, and I look up my place where I'm supposed to go. I have it on a little piece of paper, and I knock on the door, right? And there's no answer. So I knock again, and there's still no answer. So finally, I look like in the window there, and there's an old man sleeping on a couch, you know?
Yeah.
So I bang on the door, ringing the doorbell, you know? So finally I hear like, hey, keep your pants on there, you know, from the inside. And he comes to the door, old guy, you know, but I'd say 80, 85 years old. Old Harold Delaney was his name.
Harold Delaney.
Yeah, nice enough gentleman, you know. And so I got in there and I says, well, I better go to sleep. There's no one else there, you know. Like, I thought it'd be like a whole bunch of people in different rooms, you know.
Yeah.
And it was just me.
Yeah.
So I go up and I go to sleep, and I'm ready to go to sleep, and a knock comes on the door, right? A knock on my bedroom door.
Right.
So I figure, uh-oh, old Harold Delaney wants to have sex with me there. You know?
That's the first thought that went through your mind, huh?
Well, I'm a young fella.
Yeah,
These days, anything
not a
goes.
bad-looking guy,
No,
sure,
no,
yeah.
not
Traveling alone, why
sure.
not?
And of course, I didn't come to Victoria to have sex with old Harold Delaney. You know, I came to do some sightseeing.
Of course.
Yeah. So then I hear him, he goes, well, you ought to play some Scrabble.
Oh, Scrabble.
Yeah, so I say, okay, that's good.
Sure.
I'll play some Scrabble. So I go down, and he pulls out this old Scrabble game there, and we start to play, you know, and I like Scrabble, you know. So I get the first turn, you know, because I picked the lower letter, and so I get the first turn. So I make rabbit, you know.
Pretty good.
It's a good word. And then I do it pretty quick. I take like a couple of minutes. And then old Harold Delaney, he takes like a half hour to like get his word. And the whole time he's not talking, he's not telling me old stories, because I like hearing old stories, you know. And instead, it was like for a half hour, it was just Harold Delaney going. So then after a half an hour of that, you know, I'm just sitting there, he comes up with his word, it's hat. That's his word, yeah, hat. So he puts it, and he takes the word hat, and then he puts it like way in the corner on that triple letter score.
Right.
The triple word, the red one
Right.
that you want to get to.
Yeah, sure.
But you can't just put it there.
No. It's got to have some relation to rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to move up there, you know, and finally get you there. But instead, he just puts it right there.
Oh, no.
So I go, all right, you know. And so then it's my turn, you know, I do something, and quickly, and then again, the same thing, like, you know, and then time going by, and then every word, and I was coming up with good words, you know, I had sleigh, you know, a sleigh ride, and avocado.
Whoa.
It was a 7-letter word.
Yep.
You get 50 extra points. I'm still way behind him.
He's just freelancing the board.
Yeah. Yes. And so finally I decided I got to say something, you know? So and all his words were like cup and hat, and I think it was just like things he'd see around the room, you know? And so I'm playing excellently. I should be in the lead, but instead I'm like 1,000 points behind. And finally, like I got to say something, you know? So he puts boot, you know, up on this triple, and it really annoyed me because I was building towards the triple letter. And he just puts boot, and so I said, finally, I got to say something here. And I go, hey, old Harold Delaney there, I don't know, you can't put boot there. And then he goes, you never heard tell of a boot? So I go, no, I know what a boot is, I'm just saying. He goes, if a fella goes out there, has to wear a boot. So I go, no, I know I made avocado. I know a boot. You know? And it just took him forever. And I noticed a weird thing. There were no blanks. You know, you have the blanks in the game, and it's always good to use any letter, right? Yeah. I realized there's no blanks in this game, and I figured old Harold Delaney must have, when he got the game, figured, what the hell is that, you know, and thrown it.
Program Norm. Ladies and gentlemen, here's our good friend, Norm Macdonald. Norm, come on out.
How you doing? You all right? Oh, great. Yeah.
Now, you said to me when you came out, and I appreciate it, he said, hey, nice to see you, man. And then you looked at me and you said, you look great, but the look in your eye, I could tell you didn't mean it. Now, do I look bad? Do I look like I'm fading here?
No, I felt weird saying you look great always means like it sounds
Compared to being dead is what you were thinking, right?
Actually, like when I saw you on Monday, because they were promoting it all day, but they never showed you in the promos.
Yeah, slick, huh?
Yeah. And I said, I wonder what Dave's going to look like. And I was watching with my buddy, and then you come out, and your face looked like green.
Green, ooh.
And then I said, oh my God, Dave's face turned green. Right? And then it turned like pink.
Ooh.
And then I realized it was my TV. It wasn't you.
You thought maybe it was a side effect of the surgery at first?
No, I knew that people don't turn green, pink, green, pink.
Yeah.
But I thought right at first you were green. I said, oh my God. So anyways, I'm going to get my TV fixed, which is a lot better than, you know, when you think about it.
Yeah. Well, easier probably too.
Than getting you.
I heard something that I thought was interesting, and
I get nervous. I get nervous around sick people. I know you're not sick.
I'm fine. I'm not sick. Yeah. I've been through a rather strenuous procedure.
No, I know.
But I'm not.
Oh my God, I know. I know all about that stuff. I go to doctors all the time.
You do, really?
Yeah.
You seem like you're in pretty good shape.
Well, I'm afraid of getting sick, though, man. I'm afraid of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't like. I go to specialists. I go to the Mayo Clinic every day.
Oh yeah, they're pretty good up there.
They're great.
You have some top boys.
Yeah, because I used to go to general practitioners, GPs.
Yeah.
Those guys suck. I don't even understand what they're general. They're not a specialist in anything. So they're kind of like, yeah, I'm a little bit good at every, you know. So I go, give me a physical. You know what they do? They go like this. They poke around my belly. You know what I mean? And then they take a thing. They look at my ear with a light.
Yeah.
Right? I go, oh, is everything all right there in my head? My entire head's good, huh?
They can see the entire head.
They go, yeah, everything's all right there. Then they take the thing. It's almost like a cartoon. Like they hit my knee with a mallet.
The reflex mallet, sure, yeah.
And that never comes back negative, you know. I mean,
you're hooked up. Sometimes it might, but you're hooked up pretty good.
No, they go, you're not. Good news, you're not paralyzed from the neck down. Your knee responds to me hitting it with a hammer.
Now, Norm, I heard.
But thank God.
He's not done. He's just resting.
Thank God I miss you, though. I
want to ask you a question about your personal life. And if it's none of my business, please tell me. Now, I heard that you had given up, you had a recreation, you had a hobby, gambling. You enjoyed gambling.
Yeah, I had the hobby of compulsive gambling.
Really? And you've given it up?
Yeah.
Well, good for you. That's a big step.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's that going?
It's not much fun. Life isn't much fun without it.
Really?
No. It's not a lot of fun because there's nothing to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't watch games anymore because I used to bet on the games. It was very exciting. I don't go to Las Vegas. The thing about it is you start feeling like a big jackass, you know, because you lose so much money, and then they think they're fooling you. Like you go to casinos, right?
Yeah, sure.
And they're friendly to you. Like the bigger jackass you are, the more friendly they are. You know? Like you know you're in trouble when a guy runs up, wants to give you free stuff. Hey, you want a steak? You're like, no, that's all right. Free, man. I'll buy you a free, like some beef. You're like, no, that's all right.
That's just to keep you gambling is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to stay here in the hotel, like, for free for a week? You're like, no, I'm just here for the day. Yeah. No, seriously, and I got some steak. Yeah.
Did you ever win really, really big? I don't know much about gambling. I don't know much about this compulsion. So, but did you ever win big? Is that the point, or is it just the action?
I don't know. I went to a psychiatrist. You ever go to those guys?
Yeah, sure.
You do?
Sure.
Those guys are horrible.
Well, are they worse than the GPs?
They're much worse. I'll tell you what a psychiatrist does, man. They make you, like, get in touch with the emotions that you spend your life trying to avoid at all costs.
That's so good. Well, I'm glad you're not gambling.
This one woman, man, she was like, what do you do? And I'm like, hey, man, you know, everything's fine. She's like, no, but why?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I'm like all emotional. Like you on Monday night, where you were emotional, you know, when a guy's like not a regularly emotional guy like you,
right?
And then they are emotional,
right?
It's like it's like watching Nixon cry or something. Like,
I wasn't really crying. I wasn't break down and sobbing or anything.
No, it was a great moment.
Yeah.
A great moment.
Oh, yeah.
And when you brought the doctors out
right.
and all that and the staff, and all I could think of is at that hospital, what about the people that come in?
Well, I felt bad about the guy they left on the table. Yeah, that's too bad.
You're a good man. It's so good to have you back. I've been having to watch Rhoda on the Channel 6.
Now, when we come back, I want you to tell the story. Every time you've been here, we didn't have time to get to the story. The first time you got drunk and passed out. Okay, we'll do that.
Right.
We'll be right back here with Norm Macdonald. It's a great story, and we always run out of time, and I want you to tell it. You were a kid, right? And this is the first time you got drunk?
When I got drunk, yeah. I was a very straight-laced kid, you know.
How old were you when this happened?
I was 19 years old, and I decided to drink, you know. And I was out with my buddies at a bar. My God, we started drinking. They had those shooters, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are hard to take, you know. You can't gauge them, you know. And before you knew it, I was so crazily drunk, like just drunk out of my mind. And so then time passes in a weird way and everything. And my friends, they wanted to leave the bar.
Right.
Like, yeah, let's go, right? And I'm like, ah! I got like crazy all of a sudden, right? So I'm like, why should I leave? We're having fun here at the bar. You guys leave if you want, right? So they go. And I'm making friends with everybody, man. There's a fat guy with a beard, you know, and there's a jukebox. It's like a Western movie, you know what I mean? And there's a bartender. There's all kinds of ladies and everything like that. And everybody's my friend, right? So I'm getting drunker and drunker with these shots, you know, and they're all crazy, dirty sex name shots, you know? Like,
oh, yeah.
Here, have a dirty sex, you know, whatever. They make you order them to humiliate you.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you're a drunk loser. You're like, yeah, can you have sex with me? Just come on. So anyways, I get all drunk, and then I go into the bathroom, and a dude gives me some pills. He has some pills.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to ever mix pills with booze.
Is that right?
Yeah. And then any doctor...
They told you up at the Mayo Clinic?
Yeah. But this guy was not a doctor. He was just a guy I met in the bathroom.
Even worse than a GP.
He was worse than a GP. His name though was Dr. Midnight. But I found out he was not accredited.
Not really a doctor, no. Yeah.
So anyways, so I take these pills, and what they do is, they say that you're not supposed to mix them, but on the other hand, in one way it works. So I'm like so drunk now and having so much fun and everything. And, hey, fat bearded guy, having an arm wrestle with him. I don't know how to arm wrestle. Then all of a sudden I'm playing pool. I go to shoot a thing of pool and I fall down right in all the pool balls. And then I just black out. What's called blacking out. Yeah. It's not passing out.
You black out.
You don't remember anything.
Oh yeah.
I wake up, right? I'm in a bed, but it's not my bed, you know. And I look beside me. Who do I see? The fat bearded guy. So I go, holy Lord God, I had sex with the fat bearded guy. And at this point in my life, I was a young man. I had never had intercourse in my life.
Right.
And I'd always imagined it, but I never imagined it that way. You know?
No, I wouldn't think so, no.
I imagined a nice lady in a dress.
That's right. But there's got to be a first time for everybody.
It's not all gravy.
No.
So I look over and I go, oh my God. Then I notice we're in twin beds there. You know, we're not not in the same bed. And I go, is this some kind of one of them old-fashioned gay guys?
I don't know.
There's no such thing.
No.
Gay guys are generally not old-fashioned. They're right on top of the latest thing. They're happening.
Right on top of the latest thing.
Yeah,
that's right, Norm.
And they're so ahead of things, they have sex, and they don't even use a lady. So anyways, the upshot of the story is, what happens is I never had sex with this fat guy with a beard. This guy had checked me into a rehab. This guy was like a dirty drunk, and he took me for a dirty drunk too, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the hell? He says, yeah, man, you know, I'll go here in rehab, man. It's good for both of us. And I'm like, yeah, God. So I had a big, like a robe on and fluffy slippers. They wouldn't give me my clothes, right?
Oh, how long were you in
They had
there?
a bag of my clothes somewhere. They wouldn't tell me where it was.
Would they let you out?
No, 3 days I had to stay.
3 days?
That's awful. They made me go to what is called an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, right? And I get up, I go, hey, I'm not an alcoholic, which it turns out is what a lot of alcoholics...
They all say that, yeah.
I said, the fat bearded guy, there's the alcoholic right over there.
How long did you guys date?
No!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Norm Macdonald.